I feel like none of us responded correctly to Mark. Have you guys not seen that TikTok video of the guys? Of the guy who says, "Guys, I'm going through something," like, "Oh, shut up!" Like, commit suicide. Have you not seen that video?
No one.
Get out of here, Mark.
He'll just go back to his business.
All right, I think we're live.
Yeah, I'll just start up another business. It's all good.
Anybody need some dicks?
Some
I
make hard decks.
I make big, long dicks.
Cause my dicks are really large. I really like my dicks.
Welcome to D&D Roll.
I've got the best dicks in the whole
Welcome
land.
back, John. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Glad to have you. What?
I don't have my soundboard today.
Let me just go ahead and share this guy.
It's morphin' time!
Yeah, turn that shiz up.
I have mine turned down quite a bit. I'll turn it up a bit.
The rise of good
And evil.
Okay, this is going down here. Let's see if
Welcome to D&D Roll For It, where a bunch of us nerdy, tired husbands, fathers, and people sit down virtually and play Dungeons and Dragons with our friends. If you haven't done so yet,
Wait.
like,
You
subscribe.
guys are my friends.
Well, acquaintances.
family. We're family.
Wait, which way is Shane from me? Now he's down there.
Where'd he go? That's Vin. Where's Shane? There he is.
Why is this dumb thing not like doing a grid view? I don't want to see Dennis's face on my entire screen.
Just click on him again.
Oh, I got it. For some reason, grid view wasn't an option on the thing. I was dumb. All right, there we go. I got
John, I only know you as John Florida. So welcoming John Florida to D&D.
it. Yeah, baby, JF.
Gonna feature that bad boy here in our campaign. All right, so we left off in. Let me turn on this music just a smidge. It's just too epic. I pulled up Albert Rodeo and had it shuffle because the freaking hexed and hunter's marks. Oh, John, you need to get Albert Rodeo.
Yeah.
It is on our links.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
If you go to the links channel under Tales of Shards on Discord, it is that first one that says Albert Rodeo. And then if you want to join the music, you just listen to the live stream. So somebody wanted to do a recap.
Previously on D&D.
We killed the
I got
dog.
thrown down a well.
Carrie spent the entire episode stun locked.
Yeah, you got effed.
Somebody threw Timmy down a well,
Big
and
Steve
Timmy
got
was
thrown
Big
down a
Fear.
cliff and no damage.
I did.
Yeah, taking no damage.
The temple blew up and turned into mask. A Titan.
Wow, it's very, very scattered. Let's be a little bit more organized here.
No.
Nope.
I'm gonna give you a free pass.
I gave the
there,
last
Mark.
one.
Yay! I get free pass.
Is that guy just lost his job? I end up losing my job more often.
Yeah, that's why. That's the only reason. The party ventured through the Umbral Traverse into Shadowfell to track down Mask and save the souls of those who had been taken by God's Bane. Vin, after literal thousands of HP of whacking at this guy, Vin got the final blow. It was poetic, to say the least, as he felled the Scion of Shadows, the being that lived inside of Shadowkeep. At the end, in a dramatic sequence of events, all the souls that had been taken by God's Bane circled around, kind of like in Harry Potter, where Harry Potter and Voldemort are doing the whole wizard thing, and all of a sudden his mom and dad are like, "Let go, Harry!" And they're all like, we're here,
No.
we're happy, we're free, it's okay. And then
We've always been with you.
and then Raven Queen shows up, takes them, and becomes the new balance of death and ruler of Shadowfell. The Raven Queen, now the goddess of shadows. And you stopped the Age of Chaos from surging. And supposedly, according to what Chumerth says, you are now unlocking the second sundering. And with that, we have our party here. Pretty hurt.
We blocked the second sundering.
I'm doing okay, actually.
Pretty hurt.
Right.
I'm pretty good.
I think you blocked the Age of Chaos, and you're bringing about the second sundering. I can't remember. We'll look at the notes. It's somewhere in the text.
Yeah.
Adventure books or whatever.
I guess is it time to rummage through and see what we can find?
I think so. Well, I don't know if there's anything here.
It's a lot of rubble.
It's a Shadowfell. Why would he have any need to hold treasures here?
It's a lot of rubble. Wow, I don't give you guys treasure one time. Hey, Mikey.
There.
Forget about the hundreds of thousands of XP I give you guys. We want treasure. We don't have enough items. We don't have enough legendaries.
I'm good.
Yeah.
What's happening to my characters?
I really like this song.
What did I miss?
Just to recap.
Oh, okay.
Daybreak. This is the song after you guys slay Mask. The day is breaking in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, that does make sense.
You could call it Mask Break.
Mask break. Okay, so what do you guys do?
Are we done here? This place
Let's get
gotta
out
give
here.
me the creeps.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Well, then,
Yeah,
hopefully this closes a bit of a chapter for you.
It does. You see Vin's armor that was once glowing with the flame of Chumrith has dimmed somewhat and still portrays light of the morning light, but many other powers have been released from my vestige.
Well, you know what? We should have waited to kill Mask. That armor could have been helping you against Morlock.
This
Or
is
you got a
true.
point there.
But this is my purpose. This is what I've come for. This is what I've come to do. This is what Chumrith has tasked me with. And perhaps Chumrith has something else in store for us for defeating Moloch, but at this time, we can only guess.
Well,
I think it's where
Vin?
Vin parts and the rest of you go on without him.
I go into eternal meditation and then the Shadowfell. No, I'm kidding.
Can I
Vin?
can I push him off the side of the cliff?
No,
He's got wings.
have fun. I still have wings.
Yeah.
Cool, go for it.
I dare you.
He drank a Red Bull.
Okay. At this point, you guys remember that the Raven Queen's servants had shown up these like kind of shadow giants. The Shatterkai are moving all this rubble and kind of restoring some pieces of the citadel.
Does it look like there's anything in the rubble that would be of worth? Like, can we do a quick little search?
Not really. I mean, you can search if you want to. Most of the gear that they would have is lesser or damaged anyways.
I'm just thinking any relics or artifacts that are left over from Mask that I could take back to Chumrith as like a token of.
Oh, totally. You can have his mask.
I can have his mask. Oh, sick!
It's not like
Is
the
it
one
still
from the mask.
ginormous?
No. It's not like the one from the mask you put it on and you like become a new guy or anything, but it's kind of fractured down the side, but is definitely a remnant of an artifact of Mask himself.
Dope. Vin
I'm
will
gonna bend
take
down
it
and
from-
grab a piece of the rubble, maybe about a fist size of it, and put it in my bag.
Is there anything living near us that's not us?
Besides the shadow giants,
Yeah.
not really. Like there's some plants and stuff that are like living.
Ragnar has his pamphlets and he starts giving them out to people.
That's pretty sick, Chris.
I thought so too. I mean, none of us were looking, but I thought it was like a cool view of everybody like sitting here playing. Everybody's cameras are on. I thought it was kind of a cool picture. Here, let's do a better one. Now that you saw that cool picture, everybody look at the camera.
Everybody else your
Yeah,
phones
my
are like
hand
this.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do that, guys. Yeah.
Let's see. Carrie, I'm just trying to look. Well, hold on. Let me read this real quick.
That's a cool photo. That's a better one. Here, I'll send that to you guys. That's a cool photo.
John's not in
Social
this
media
group,
post on this.
for sure.
Oh, I'll add John. I'll add John.
We'll have to create a new group.
We not add him. Just
Oh
here.
yeah, just add him.
So the Raven Queen discourages handing out pamphlets to our followers.
Oh, that's a new
He
group.
discourages it.
I think it's time for us to leave, boys, and head back.
Carrie will cast Stone Shape and erect some of the rubble of stone into a statue resembling Ragnar. You can't get very
Nice.
fine detail with Stone Shape, but it'll still be there.
And then I, as Ragnar, I'm going to go place my pamphlets next to it.
And they burn up.
No.
Make sure the stone definitely has the hex hammer emblem on it.
Yes.
yeah,
that's
it
the-
definitely.
Yeah, has the signature of like that's who created this.
Right.
Make another
Because
statue.
Ragnar
of, like,
is essentially the mascot.
make another statue of.
I'm
all of
okay
us.
with that. You can be a mascot. Yeah, you can
I'll
be a
do
mascot.
that.
Yeah,
See,
I think
I'm
Nick Sandler was okay
I'm-
with you being a mascot.
Listen, we have to extend our horizons with religion and the hex hammers.
Oh, you could be the mascot. What do you guys think? Hexhammer's mascot is Ragnar? I think it's kind of like, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
it
part
gets-
of this.
I mean, it gets him off this deity kick. We can be a mascot.
I do think that Gary should erect another
Ragnar's
statue like,
great.
on the other side. That shows all of us in a group as like defeaters, conquerors of Mask.
Defeaters. We're the defeaters.
I'll have to,
We're the defeaters.
it'll have to be really small, but it'll be like, in miniature. But yeah. I'll click another 4th level spell slot and we'll say it happened.
I'm so glad we all just jumped on Austin for saying defeaters.
Shut up. Bunch of freaking losers. Mark loses his job and then I say defeaters and I get beat up. Okay.
Yeah, Mark's a loser for losing his. You're an asshole. All right, we're back at the Emerald Traverse.
Be right back, guys.
He's been defeated.
We burn.
Buff Imhotep's gonna go over here. He wants to get out of here.
Oh, for sure. I'm out. Peace.
Okay.
Where are we
Woo!
going?
Out. Back to the portal.
We don't have to go through that tower with
I'm on my
crazy in
way.
it, do we?
Yes, my lord.
Boy.
Work.
Okay, I'll follow.
Guys,
There we go.
use the key to teleport back into, or to planar travel back into the material plane, back into Zionist's lair here.
Can we search for goods here?
We did.
You already did the place.
Oh, that's true.
That gigantic treasure pile is already in our pockets.
Okay. My eyes deceived me.
That's what's funding a Hexhammer. Funded by Adventures.
Yes. Adventures and slaughter.
I've actually now included that on my pamphlets. That it actually says funded by Hexhammers.
Okay, I'm cool with that too.
Sponsored by.
Yep.
Okay.
He's got a tracksuit and it's got the Hexhammer logo on it.
No. It's Ragnar with the hex, holding like the hex hammer
Right.
symbol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. John's like, what the F?
Wait, you're saying that you are Ragnar wearing a tracksuit what has a picture of Ragnar yourself?
Yeah, I'm Ragnar the Great.
That's like
awesome.
Michael Jordan wearing a Michael Jordan
Oh,
t-shirt.
that sounds like
Yes.
some cool swag we should design.
Yes, I'm
Like a
helping
Michael
generate
Jordan,
things here.
like pose, but like Ragnar holding a hammer.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay.
Okay, you guys are in
Air
in the
Air
lair for
Ragnar,
Zionist.
baby.
Is this
Air
where you
Ragnar.
guys- Is where you guys want to take your rest?
We now
We
have
could
a
take the rest
Hexhammer
here.
now has a line of clothing called Air Ragnar.
I mean, we can
I
just
noticed,
Air
that there's
Ragnar.
I noticed that there's an actual bed there. That's nice.
One of you can
Yeah,
take it.
one.
I
Yeah.
push you all to it, and I just get to it. Push you all
Alright,
away.
you're in that bed.
Is this where you guys
Where
rest?
is
Or do you guys
all
want to
our
go back up to the
tools?
top?
I mean,
Oh, I see.
probably as safe as any. We could go to their break room over here.
Yeah,
It's kind of off the beaten
And then at
path.
least we'd all have a bed.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
There's a couple of bedrolls over there. You guys have bedrolls. You guys also
Yeah, it's fine.
noticed a waterway over here in the treasure room.
A waterway.
Remember, you guys came through the tower to get down here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're thinking the
Oh.
waterway might be a secondary way out.
Or another way in.
Well, let's rest.
All right.
Here's
It can't
as
be a
good
way
place
in
as
if we're
any.
going out.
Yeah, but what
But
if,
when we're out, then
what if
it's the way
something
in.
else is coming in? You get.
Okay, are we
We
long
killed the
resting?
thing that comes in.
Herding cats, herding cats. You guys gonna take a long rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
guess
Vinny
you're
boy.
forcing us.
I'm railroading you to a rest. You're the worst DM ever.
How dare you
Letting
make
us
us take a
rest.
You
long
guys want to
rest?
heal up? Trust me. No, stop railroading me.
No, I'm gonna stay awake for days.
I want to be railroaded.
I
What?
want exhaustion.
I want my spell slots. Is what
I
I
want to
want.
die from staying up too long.
All right. Long rest.
I will allow it to be peaceful since you guys are in this dragon lair, a creature of CR26 that you guys killed. And I don't think any other monsters in the Underdark are going to be coming around.
I don't think anything even is gonna try challenging us. The conquerors
At
of
this
a dragon and a god. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
We are the God Killers.
We are.
God's Bane killers. You killed a sword. Congratulations.
I was
We
very
can start
long
making
hour.
replicas.
You broke a
We
sword.
can make
Good job.
replicas of our weapons, and sell them like this was the sword so and so used.
Oh, yeah. Little merchandise there. This is the sword that controlled Vin for the first several episodes. And then slayed a bunch of Good priest. We're
Priests.
taking a long rest.
That's-
then.
That's a really
Perfect.
funny
Come back.
picture in a Hex Hammer Incorporated in an Emporium. There's like a souvenir shop on your way out, and there's like little miniature like play toys of all of our weapons we use to kill Mask and things, and like all the kids are like, "Look, I'm Ragnar." The kids got like your weapon, like hitting each other with like a foam weapon.
Okay, so it's the next day. You guys have some downtime. Let's discuss what the next steps are for Hexhammer.
Oh,
Yeah, what are the next steps?
You
We
guys
gotta go to the other horde up in the mountains.
I was gonna say we need to develop some trade
Yeah,
routes.
we do. We need to go.
You
to the
guys
other
also
horde in the
told
mountains.
Laura that you'd be coming after destroying Mask. You'd be going.
She can wait. Yeah, she can wait.
Yeah, we'll ignore that.
She doesn't know how long it took. It only took like an hour, so you know.
It was more like a couple
Did
days.
what, a day?
Yeah, it was like
No,
a day.
7 or
You
8.
went up to Chumirth. You took a day looking around for the Umbral Traverse. You spent about a week inside the tower.
That's right. He
where we
told us
lost
it took. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
So
the time
John,
diversion.
they went into a magic tower that was controlled by an archmage, Red Wizard of Thay.
A red
And-
wizard of thing.
He had an easy button that would basically restart time essentially, and it slowed down time in such a way that you can manipulate it. So like reality inside was different from the outside. And they spent 7 outside days, and according to the Red Wizard, a few times a few of them died in the time, and the Red Wizard just wanted them out of there. He's just like, get out. So finally he like talked to them. He's like, if you leave now, we can part. I didn't want to have to kill you all with him, so I'm glad you guys left.
It
He
sounds
would've
like you
stood
killed
no
all of
chance.
us at least one time during the time we were trapped with him.
Or he killed a couple of you and then he died, right? So he's like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna press this easy button. So he basically just reset time a few times. I bet it's like in those games where he saves scum and he's like trying over and over to kill the whole group. He's like, I can't do it. So
back
he's like,
to the
"I'll
last
just-
save
put-
point.
Yeah.
If I put this barrel here before I've aggroed them. Yeah.
But every time
I can get
the
3 of
memory-
you, but
the
every
memory
time
resets
Ragnar
as well.
chopped off my head.
I can only ever get 3 of you. So that being said, you need to find a way out. Next thing, where are you guys going?
So,
I mean,
I
is it-
don't know.
in
I
all
feel like-
seriousness, we are headed to Cormyr, right? To meet with Alora,
Coromir would be our next stop.
to
Yeah.
figure out what's happening there, and to hopefully challenge Moloch to a 6-on-1 duel.
6-on-1. It's gonna be
Doesn't
1-on-1.
sound like a duel, but
I like those numbers.
I like those odds.
never tell me the odds.
So what do you say, Mog? Listen to us now. 6-on-1. How about my army of
So,
devils?
Can we not just go back up the way we came in?
The door to the
Door to the
Umbral Tower closed.
We knew what's the black dragon Zionist
Oh,
sister.
What
We
was
need
the
to go
way
talk
that
to
the
her.
other? What was the way that the other people got out?
yeah.
They
You
they
view-
went, they went a different
veering?
direction.
Was that
What
what you're
if we
talking about,
can't-
Shane?
The whim.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
only
yeah.
way to get it is the water.
But they went in. So they went like into the room where the Umbral Traverse location is at, and then now they're gone.
They went.
So
they
how,
went
where'd they
down.
go?
They went down. They didn't go into the Umbral Traverse.
Oh,
They-
where's it down at? I don't see it down.
They went south, out the cave.
Oh, they went that way. How'd they leave that way if we can't leave that way?
You can, but the only direction you know that goes up is back to the tower, so you can go that way.
You just have to look for
Oh,
another exit
There
out.
are
It's
more
just-
tunnels,
it's just the-
but you don't know which way they go.
Oh, it's
Which
just
you can start
it's
that
just
way.
you
and figure your way
wandering.
out.
It's just wandering the Underdark until we found a way to the surface.
So you can go that way. And you imagine they didn't go back to the surface, like they're on their mission.
Yeah.
Right? So,
They live in the Underdark, yeah.
Hey guys, I found a river.
But you can go up the river. You can go out the other way and try to find your way up. You could probably, no, probably can't teleport. You guys don't have any magic users.
I can
Wizards.
windwalk us, but I
I
can't
can
teleport us.
get us 500 feet.
Do you have a transport via plant?
I do, but I don't have. I believe I do, but I don't have it prepared.
Or you just took a long
Well,
rest?
you just
could
took
have
a long
prepared it.
rest.
Yeah, you could have prepared it before the long rest, knowing that we need to get a
True.
way out.
Druids. Utility out of combat.
There
Otherwise
is
it'd be
second to none for
second.
out of combat. Out of combat magic users. I don't know if there's a better one than druids.
Yeah.
In
Yeah, I
combat,
just must
in
have seen
combat,
or-
they just get stun locked. So
Yeah, I must have seen or touched the destination plant at least once before.
I mean, I'm
So,
sure you
yeah.
frolicked through some bushes and things.
Oh,
There were some
yeah.
trees up on the surface, so you probably.
Absolutely.
I mean, druids have sex with trees, so there's one of them.
That's probably true.
That's lore.
Lore.
That's fact. Yeah.
To become an arch druid,
How do you
mean,
how do you think druids are made?
Initiation.
How do you think druids are made?
How do you think druids are made?
Like
And then
normal people?
When a daddy druid and a tree love each other very much.
When Baldur's Gate 3 come out.
The
Okay.
bigger the knot, the better.
My mom, my
Whoa.
dad, of course.
Easier. The hole.
Okay, yeah, I'll cast it. We can do it.
All right, pick a tree that you know.
I pick a tree that I know in the place that we want.
Pick a tree that we can find here on the ground.
And his name is Greenbrier.
Greenbrier.
You guys
So
Wait,
no lover.
don't-
pop out in the plane of astral plane.
The plane of astral plane.
The plane of astral plane.
There's like, Harry, try that again, buddy. I think you went the wrong tree.
Oh,
Look at
that's
that, like,
that's
the tree.
Greenbrier's cousin.
Sorry, I know a lot of trees.
Nice.
It's a family affair.
So basically, anywhere that you've rested, I'll allow you to consider yourself like acquainted with that area enough.
Nice. And we have stayed in Coromir, right? Or have we not? Didn't
We
we
have
go
not.
through there? No.
Nope.
Oh well, Carrie didn't, right?
None of us did.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys,
us did.
you guys went to Borskir Bridge,
split.
where you sent Alora over here to
Oops.
whatever that place is. I can't remember what it's called, and it's kind of covered.
I mean, you could take us to El Terrell, Fort Morning Lord, Umbril Bridge,
Umbral Bridge, Borskir Bridge.
Borskir Bridge. My bad.
Yeah.
Can we go back to Drakemire? Because I would like to give the mask to Chumrith.
No, that wasn't an option. I don't know if you listened, Dawson. I said Fort Morning Lord.
There are no trees
Shut up,
in Drakemire.
bitch.
Trying to go south, not north.
The wrong direction. We're a day out now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's. I mean,
Well,
Fort Morning
damn.
Lord's fine.
Okay,
I
where you
love that
going?
he took us to Fort Morning Lord. And Austin's like, I want to go up.
Fort Morning
Oh,
Lord.
you can do that in your epilogue, buddy. Let's go to Fort Morning Lord.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just kidding. I don't care. Fort Morning Lord. I don't think you guys want to go Fort Morning Lord. You got told not to go there, so maybe Alterel.
Well, you
We
have a good
did.
point.
Just go to the bridge.
Borskir Bridge. Now you want to be close enough where you can go to
Bridge.
Cormir, right? So I guess that's close enough.
We can get to Cormir in a day.
Yeah, we can get this.
I could just cast Windwalk.
Yeah,
Score
okay.
Noble, but I don't think Carrie's been to Score Noble.
We have fast travel, remember?
Carrie hasn't been.
It took us
So that
it
makes
took us
sense.
No, but that's
13
why I would
levels.
cast this Windwalk.
It took us 13 levels, but that's when we unlocked fast travel.
How many people can you win walk?
As many as he
I think
wants.
it's 8.
A lot. Shibidoo up to 10 willing creatures.
Shoo-be-de-doo.
We to do.
Yeah. So, I'll just have
So
to cast
since
it at a higher
Ragnar's a
level.
god, he doesn't count, right? So we have to leave him behind. Dang it!
Excuse you.
So yeah,
We're-
all
yeah.
of the
Yeah, mortals only.
colors and paths that we've taken here.
This is cool. I'm really glad we did this. This is really fun.
It's pretty,
This is 2 years of
pretty neat.
3 years we've been playing this
Not
game.
3 years.
Dennis, that we did it the math together. It was 3 years.
Almost 3 years. Couple
You
months.
did a bath together?
Okay, I'm
We
sorry.
took a
2
bath
months.
together.
Yeah, we took a bath. We're brothers, all right?
Like, just look, no touch.
Never mind that it was last week.
It's not with the mouth, so it's fine.
Okay,
Wow.
I cast Windwalk,
TMI. Okay.
and we boogie.
All right. So remind me, Crimson, what Laura's father's occupation was. Was he like a smith or like a cobbler?
Merchant.
Merchant.
Trader.
Okay. Merchant. Retired.
So that's
Purple
right.
Knight. Purple Dragon.
Purple Dragon.
So they live a little bit kind of out in the country, a little bit of property as they've kind of retired of an upper class kind of stuff. Like you think like Tuscany, like those Italian homes out in the hills, you know, kind of like that kind of setting. That's how I like to think of
He's
Coromir.
well off.
It's more kind of Mediterranean, like Italian and Greek kind of style. So they're out in the country and they've got some land. They got the running horses in the fields and stuff, and they have a sizable, property there. As you're flying in, and it looks familiar, and you do see up in the distance, and Coromir kind of sitting. Coromir, what is the capital called?
Oh, I need to pull up my map. Not the Member Marsh.
Suzel. Right, Suzel.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Suzel.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's kind of off a little bit farther. A few, probably several miles away. Not several, maybe a few miles away. Let's give a few. And it's kind of sitting on the water out there of the Lake of the Dragon, where it will eventually open up into the sea. Why Coromir is such a a good country, because they have access to so much diversity. And as you guys come in, horses are out in the stable. There's looks like Alora's horse that she rides and grew up with is gone. But nice. But you guys arrive at the estate, and we're gonna kind of do theater of mind here with this one. Don't have any settings for you.
What's interesting about this too, I think the note, I know you kind of talked about that it's more Mediterranean and Greek feeling, but I think it's also interesting to note that people from the Sword Coast, this is a noticeable temperature difference and humidity difference.
A little warm out here.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's
We
like
in March,
warmer
summer?
and it's more, warmer and more like, probably a bit more humid, like if you like as if you're going to that area. So just kind of
I feel right at
interesting
home.
thing.
Yeah,
Interesting to note.
Sort of dragons. We had a problem a long time ago with those.
Not anymore.
So you guys are still in cloud form. Go ahead and kind of.
Zzz.
Yes, I drop down and reapparate.
And
It's the new-
does Imhotep know this place very much? Did you know Alora?
Yeah,
I knew your stint here wasn't like super brief, but it wasn't like a super long time either. You
it was.
It was like a year
it was
or a year or
several
two, like a
months.
season.
Yeah, a year or two, and a year or two, because what we were waiting for the ability to pass from Coromir into Sword Coast, and so we waited. I lived with them, so her father knows me, and I'm the only black guy he knows. So
Cormor is
Black
like
friend.
predominantly white,
I was gonna say you're brown.
but they're
You're
Mediterranean.
black facing
so
right now.
A little more olive.
oh yeah, they're olive. Yeah.
except for Crimson.
That's because I'm translucent in the sun, you know.
Okay, Crimson.
He's like the white.
Okay, so I think the plan would be to land near my home on the outskirts. As I land and apparate, I'm going to be looking for changes either in normal patrol routes, which I would know, any changes in like landscape, anything like that, anything out of the ordinary. Just be like as we fly in, checking to see if I notice any changes.
Okay, so where is your home in comparison? You're probably more outskirt than where their
Member
country
Marsh.
estate is. Member Marsh?
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
a map here.
Want to pull a map into Albert?
So the Member Marsh, I think, is east of Sylvale.
Is that Marsember in that area?
Mars member. That's what
Okay,
it was.
Marsember. Okay, so that would be literally where that dot is right there. In Suzelle.
Yeah, so it's like it's over by this like this,
Yeah,
like these
kind of
this
here.
forest over. Yeah, so the
So you
forest
guys-
here is where I would go, and like I would play in that forest a lot growing
So
up.
you guys shoot over Suzelle then. So you're really doing a full kind of look and seeing what's going on. So you do notice that there's a lot more deployed scouts and battalions out on the road, which is usually in time of kind of turmoil. You know when you have a lot of like collisions with goblins and other kind of entities up in the mountains ever since the Goblin Wars. It's just been kind of one of those things as a feud with some of the creatures up in the mountains, usually giants, goblins, orcs, things of that nature. And you know when there's a threat that you have more battalions, out on the road versus like small scouting groups. And you do notice that there is some of that going on. As far as like the city itself, it depends how close you get. You guys like getting real close, like right on top of the walls?
Yeah,
like, looking in,
I didn't
like-
realize. I didn't realize
I
that
thought you guys would be
Marsember was.
west, not on the east side.
Yeah, same here. So when I get closer to Suzelle, we're in cloud form. I'm gonna try to get as close as I dare without triggering any kind of alarms in Suzelle, because Suzelle is rather. Cormier is very familiar with war, and they're very populated. And there's the kind of and the war wizards. They're very famed war wizards, right? So don't want to get too close to cause an alarm or to whatever, but definitely want to get closer to make a perception check if I can, as we come over, and maybe try to do a long pass over it, try the long way around, just to try to see if there's anything kind of like what Crimson was saying, anything that we may see, or at least I may see. I don't know if everybody else is doing that looks and is abnormal beyond the normal military thing, as well as is there contingents of devils walking around? Like, how bad is this? Is it? But that makes sense. So I'll make a perception.
Okay.
I'd like to know, as far as
Nat
the
at one,
mist-
baby. Let's go.
as far as the mist goes, where am I in this line of people
Anywhere
in the
you
mist?
want.
Wherever you
don't
want to
know-
be.
You can't really distinguish because like
Okay.
I'm a pink mist, I'm a blue mist. You're just kind of all mist, and so you're just
Right.
kind of following.
Hank missed.
Because I'm just because at this point I'm just following the
when
other
Imhotep
mist.
and Crimson kind of go their ways, looking around, like you can just like follow whichever one, and you end up like just kind of riding along essentially.
I rolled a 15 perception check with a nat 1, which is still, by the way, 4 higher than Crimson's roll, and he didn't roll that one. So I just want to put that out.
I rolled a 12. Way to rub it in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do a perception check too then, but I'm looking for a rancher with cows.
A
I'm
cow
trying to see if there is normal, I guess, civilian activity. The market.
Totally.
Is the market normal, or is it more suppressed, like not just military activity, but to see if the normal hustle and bustle of the city is going on, or if people are more indoors?
Big Fur, you notice that there are basically farmlands all around the outskirts of Suzelle, and even especially on that eastern side, going over towards where Crimson is from, more towards Marsember, there is just loads, like Cow Haven. Like, oh my gosh, so many cows. And there's chickens too. Wow, you can see the chickens. That's how good your perception check was. Crimson and Imhotep, you guys noticed that there are like hundreds, if not thousands of feet of lines of civilians outside the gates of the capital. Outside of that, you don't really know what for. You see a lot of crowded activity inside the capital itself, but again, you're not close enough to really gauge what's happening, as you don't want to get too close to the war, which is to figure out the magic on your guys' on your guys' wind walking.
Clouds.
And then also, you notice off to the north, kind of closer to where the forest is, there are there's some outposts there and some camps, and you notice some smoke kind of rising from that direction. And your guys' windwalk is like a punto de like get out of there. Like you're about to lose it. You guys are on the very edge of your windwalk.
Oh,
I want to head to the woods where I grew up like playing, because that's a very familiar, and I know where to hide in there.
Well, thank you for doing that. The rest of us were told to go to your house, so that's where we're going.
Well,
At least that's where I'm going.
well, I don't think we know where that is, but
I don't know what that is.
So now
But
you watch as the two myths separate.
Yes.
Who do you follow?
well, actually,
Yes.
I'm gonna do survival. I'm gonna look to see if I can find a place that I can hide out in.
Okay.
We're
This is
splitting
off
the group up.
rails. This is off the rails so fast.
So
Rolled a 26.
You see the woods to the east, where you see like this little farm area over there. That looks like a good place where you can hide.
Nice, I
There's
see what you
cows
did
there
there.
too.
That's where I'm
and-
heading.
I'm there.
Okay,
I'm going for
that's,
there.
that's where I go as well. Thank you, DM, for
And you notice both clouds are kind of going in the same direction, just maybe like one's like cutting it shorter than the other a little bit. If Imhotep really does go straight to the house, it cuts into this small village, and where there's kind of a little bit of just a handful of little, I don't want to say like pueblos, but like little houses. And then behind that, a bunch of property where probably all the cattle and stuff are held. And then outside that property line is where the woods begin.
I
So
think Carrie follows the cloud towards the woods just because he's kind of always drawn to it.
he's always drawn to the woods.
Yeah.
I bet he is.
Lost in the woods.
I go towards the trees as well. I know that hiding out in a forest area is usually better.
I am gonna go where the majority of the clouds go.
Looks like a majority is going to the woods.
if I see Imhotep kind of veering off, I'll fly and kind of like get his attention and have him just like come with us. I'm not gonna let him go by himself. Like circle around him.
Like drawing arrows in the sky with your clouds.
You don't see me, and because you can't see me, I roll my eyes.
Congratulations, you guys all just learned cloud writing. So add that to your languages.
From a cloud, can I morph my body into words?
Yeah, like oh,
Write out myself.
yes. All right. So you guys land kind of outside the wood area.
What time is it?
At this point, it's getting late.
Perfect.
Wait, Dennis. So we went past Susan when we saw that. Are we seeing the same thing at Marsember?
No,
Like citizens out.
It seems a little bit less occupied. In fact, it seems like people maybe are moving towards Suzelle.
Right, they're fleeing the outlying towns and going to the capital where it's more protected.
While Marsember
Okay.
itself is a bit larger of a
Yeah,
of
it's a larger town.
settlement.
Yeah.
You know that Crimson grew up kind of outside of Marsember a little bit in the smaller maybe village of Marsember, like outskirts. But do you notice that
It's got a little hut.
little hunters and kind of
Interesting.
things like that. You do notice that there are still some folks there, but it's a lot less lively than you're used to, and especially in the evening where most people come out to do like their dinners and shopping and stuff.
28 history check. having been here, talked to Crimson about Cormyr, is this a Cormyrian tactic when they're being invaded or there is serious trouble that they would pull the outlying villages to Suzul where they can better protect? Is that like a normal thing, a behavior for them to react this way if they have good reason to believe a war is impending?
Yeah, kind of like from before, where you know that when there are raids or there are enemies in the outskirts of these cities or towns. Can you hear us? Or are you just plugging in for?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. It's just telling me it's getting low.
That oftentimes there will be like a warning, and you'll see like battalions kind of be on patrol and out roaming about. You don't usually see full-on evacuations, and you don't know if this is an evacuation. You know, you haven't seen this kind of movement before. You haven't been a part of a large-scale war before.
Well,
like the bigger.
Well, that's why I rolled
Sorry.
That's why I rolled the history 28. Just like being in the area at the time, talking with him. Do I recall any of them telling stories of historical things of them ever doing this?
The biggest one is the Goblin Wars back in 1370s, where there was a massive war between the goblins and Cormyr, and it mostly took place between the capital itself and from those jagged mountains in the north and the forests. And so they did pull in a lot of the local settlements to kind of protect the citizens.
I want to go buy a cow.
Okay, cool. So when we finally apparate, we all appear. I'll kind of share that knowledge, and then I'm going to continue. So I look to Crimson. Crimson, like, noting, kind of how, talking with you how Cormyr reacts to these things. It would seem that Cormyr and the war wizards would have, seem to have more knowledge about the impending attack than maybe Alora knew about herself, because this looks pretty drastic. I don't see any. I see a little bit of fire as we saw it coming in, but I do not see outright siege yet. But that Cormyr would be behaving this way. A country quite familiar with conflict would react this way. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, we haven't had a huge conflict in generations. I'm hoping this is something that we can handle.
Yeah, but I remember, I think I was 5 years old when you guys were in the Goblin Wars.
You would have been, yeah, you would have been during your time. But,
John, Imhotep's a time traveler. Unknowingly a time traveler, but a time traveler nonetheless.
That's a fun story to unpack.
That is a fun story to unpack. Let's not unpack it right now because that's very depressing.
Where was the smoke in placed to Members Marsh?
That was north of Suzelle in the forest towards the Stormhorns.
Okay.
You guys are closer to that other forest to the east of Marsumber.
Okay. Okay, so as we transform, we're a couple miles from my home. I would like to spend 10 minutes and use my summoning of a greater steed.
Okay.
Well, you think you're home? You can get you think you're home? You can do a greater one.
And then all of a sudden, I start like getting onto all hands knees, and I'm just start running around frantically.
Ha ha.
Ragnar the Great.
Oh, I see. I was confused.
Oh,
I thought Mark
like,
was. I thought you pretended to be a cow, and Mark bought you.
No, I want to buy a cow.
Does Big Fear go out and look for a farmer to buy a cow? Or you guys
Yeah,
gonna wait?
of course he does.
His
I
priorities.
land, turn back into normal Big Fear, and then I walk out to go buy a cow.
I guess Ori's eating.
We can't really spare very much, as we're trying to get all of our livestock to the capital for the events of, well, impending doom.
Yeah. So how much do the cows go for?
Well, they're at a premium right now. I can do 20 gold.
Deal.
20 gold.
I give him 20 gold.
20 gold? That's
Opportunity
crazy.
cast, baby. Thank you.
As Big Fear is talking to this farmer, I'm going to kind of be with Big Fear.
Treat
I'm
Betsy
not gonna let him
well.
go by himself. Gonna kind of show my symbol of the purple dragons. Be like, my name is Crimson. I am a road captain. I've been on the road for a significant amount of time. What can you give me a update or news on this crisis that Cormir is currently under? Can you give me any information would be
You
useful?
asking the farm
I just
hand?
imagine Grisman. Purple
Yeah,
Dragon
the
Knight.
farmer.
Look, all I
Yeah.
know is that we're trying to take this herd here over to the capital. I guess there's been some kind of horde of something up in the north, and so they need some supplies, and so they've been sending out patrols and whatnot. I'm just taking my herd. But one little cow ain't gonna hurt us much.
But the horde has not made it south all the way. Do you know how far north?
Not that I know of. Just mostly in the outposts up in the forest.
Okay.
I was gonna jokingly say, because you said we saw a bunch of cows and we're in cow country, that while this is Greece and the Mediterranean, they all talk with Texas accents. And then you did it anyways.
I've also got French guys over in the islands, so. And
Aggressively
Russian.
French.
And Russian.
Yeah.
And a bunch of Russian kids that were were-rats. I don't
No, they weren't the Russians. The Russians were on the island, on Ragnarok. What was it called before?
That's where the were-rats are at. That's where we found the Yonti.
Oh, those kids. Yeah, no, those weren't the were-rats.
Yeah.
The were-rats were in Waterdeep.
Oh, that's right. They were in. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Mintarn was the Russian kid, so.
That's right. That's right.
The Russian
We'll call
kids
them
from Mintar.
Eastern Europeans.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. They spoke to us so illy. We almost didn't help these kids.
Yeah.
So anyways,
we're a little bit racist
much
against
appreciated
the Russians.
on the cow purchase. If you need more information, there's usually patrol comes around near sunset, and they stick around a little bit to kind of make sure ain't no trouble around here. So you have a good one.
Where's
sir.
Where's the best place to not run into anybody else?
Well, I say anywhere not on the road. I'd say, and also not near any lights. If you're trying to stay hidden, that is. Are y'all a bunch of criminals?
No.
No, I brought these people with me to Cormir to assist in the chaos.
If you give me 20 gold.
I walk over and I hand him a pamphlet.
Oh, what is this?
Nothing. You don't need it.
That's your new religion there, bud.
We down here, we only worship the holy Jesus Christ.
How'd you know about him?
Y'all are blaspheming him right now.
Yeah, y'all blaspheming. I don't know who this pagan Ragnar is. We have my Redeemer, the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Well, most folks in Marsamber, they worship Tempest. A lot of folks in Suzale, they'll worship Timora. And well, us country bunkers ain't got nothing to worship. So maybe if this god of yours has something to offer, then we'll look towards it. Well, what does he stand for?
Ragnar the Great.
What does he stand for?
Greatness.
Well, I do like greatness. Maybe he can help me with my cattle. Is that something he does?
Perfect. Exactly.
He pulls out his axe.
Well, I'll just.
What does the pamphlet say?
Kind of folds it up and puts it in his pants. I'll just keep that there. Y'all have a good evening.
It's just Ragnar the Great and Ragnar's song.
I always picture the pamphlet just being like a crude drawing of himself, also
like in crayon.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And it's just a
like I had
of
charcoal.
him.
Like I had charcoal, and I just tried to scribble myself in there.
Puts it on his face and does a rubbing of his own face.
I was thinking about just now how Big Fear paid 20 gold for a cow, and I was like, we do have hundreds of thousands of gold, and we would just ruin an area's economy with inflation by coming in and just being like willing to pay whatever and just drive the prices up.
That'd be hilarious.
Well,
It's an
where
idea.
we're heading off to then, Crimson?
Well, you know, every year with every Olympic year, prices go up.
Well, I would like to wait till the cover of dark. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Alora said that my home is being watched. So we're going to want to probably stealth
Good
in.
memory. She also said to
Quietly.
meet you at her house, so.
Well, yeah, we're going to go. I'm going to go. I want to first
Does
see if
this
my
sound
house
like
is even
an
still
oppor-
standing.
Does this sound like an opportunity to use the Ring of Illusion and all of us be disguised
Yeah,
when
can
we
do that.
approach your
Man.
house?
Nam Ragnar the Great.
You
We
want
rock
a
on the
distraction?
dead if you don't disguise yourself.
I mean, we could. I mean, I have the symbol of the purple dragon, so I'm going to fully display that. So if anybody sees us, I am one of these people. You could use the Ring of Illusion to make it look like we are our own patrol.
I think you're misunderstanding. Why would Alora warn you that if Cormir is watching your house? I'm pretty sure the warning would not mean that enemies of Cormir be watching your house. Why would Cormir be watching a Cormir person themselves?
I guess
So
that's a good
therefore, you
point.
show up as a Purple Dragon Knight.
You guys
kinda
are walking around
spring
looking
the
pretty
trap.
decked out. You got this
Sure.
big tattoo.
Not with the Ring of Illusion.
I like it. Ring of Illusion make us look like farmers, just little country bumpkins.
Or do we just do it the Ragnar way? And we what?
The Ragnar way? Yes.
No, Ring of Illusion.
Carrie,
Go ahead.
Carrie, you notice as kind of this farmer kind of makes his way down a little bit. You see him kind of looking back and watching you guys, and he kind of next person he crosses, he kind of points over and says something and keeps moving on.
I've got.
Well,
I've
boys,
got
I'm-
Pepsi by a lead.
I'm afraid we might have been a little bit high key coming in there. That farmer's definitely going to be telling people about us. So if stealth is our goal, I suggest we be somewhere else quickly.
I pull my crossbow out and load it. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
And I just look at him going, yes!
No killing civilians, Emotep.
Oh.
Plus Ragnar,
Do it anyway!
You need him to spread the good word of Ragnar.
It's already on his person when they find him dead!
We should have told him we were going north, and then we would have misdirected.
Shoulda, would, coulda.
Maybe he'll bring on a fight!
So sneaky.
So
I mean, maybe
I'm
I'm
just
feeling a bit of both,
I'm
but-
start heading towards the woods and just being close to my house, but we're just staying in the tree lines, waiting for the cover of dark.
Once we get the cover of dark and in the tree lines, that's when I'll cast the illusion, so we don't have no one watches and observes us illusion ourselves.
Who didn't see anything?
So
You,
I have the
why
ring.
you
So on the
distracted?
ring, it's the ring. It's called the Spell of Seeming, which is I can cast on all of us, and you can literally take the form of anything you want, of any shape you want, of our size, and it'll hold up to just about everything. It's like the most powerful way of illusionating yourself. The Spell of Seeming. The only thing, it obviously, if you transform yourself into an elf, you don't all of a sudden become an elf. It's still an illusion, but you can, like, a dragonborn will look like a human and smell like one. I mean, smell like one. The whole thing, like, it's the most powerful form of illusion. So
Carrie says, "Oh, that's a neat trick," and he turns into a bird and flies up onto a branch and sits there.
damn you, damn you.
The one thing you can't do.
The spell allows you to change your appearance of any number of creatures that you can see within range. You give each target you choose a new illusionary appearance. Any unwilling creatures make a charisma save. The spell disguises physical appearance as well as clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment. You can make each creature seem 1 foot shorter or taller, or more thin, fat, or in somewhere in between. You can't change a target's body type, so you must choose a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs.
That could be
That's-
interesting in a crowd, because with a bunch of commoners who have a low charisma save, like now you got this whole crowd full of people that look the same, and you could just blend right in.
I've never thought of using it that way
That is
because
so
I've actually
cool.
never paid attention. It says
to the word.
any
All
number
any
of
creature.
creatures. You could
Yeah.
quite literally be a rogue, turn up on the stage, steal something, turn the entire crowd into the same image as
New
you.
character idea. Thank you.
And oh my gosh, Dennis. Oh my
Sneaky
gosh.
wizard.
Mind blown.
Think about it in combat, too.
Otherwise, the extended illusion is up to you. The spell lasts for the duration unless you use your action to dismiss it sooner. And the duration is 8 hours.
That's a long time.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys wait.
The
for cover,
changes, the changes wrought up by this spell fail to hold up to physical inspection. So, for instance, if someone were to walk up and touch Ragnar or Ven, and you look like a human, they would feel your scales.
Though the appearance would still be there, but they'd like pass through like the illusion and feel the
Illusion, it would feel the scales. Yeah.
It's the
So-
tails I'm worried about.
Yeah, right.
They would step on the
So,
tail.
is
and
there a
accidentally-
reason you need to get to your house?
They like Prip.
What was that, Big Fear?
Well, I was just saying, is there a reason you need to get to your house?
I just want to check on my father, see what's going on, and once we do that, if he's there, we can see if we can get information out of him. If not, we're
And-
going to be heading to Alora's.
Well,
we,
I thought Aurora,
spending
did
the
Aurora
night?
say to meet at her house or your house?
Alora may be there as well. I believe we told her to check on my father and probably stay with him.
Are we spending the night there?
That would be a plan. I mean, the house should be able to fit most of us.
Yeah.
Maybe not you, Big Fear. You might be a little
If
big
the
for
house is
it.
being
So great.
watched. If the house is being watched and this only lasts for 8 hours, they're gonna see us change back into what we are.
I have a
The
plan for
morning.
So the greater steed I've summoned is a dire wolf, and I'm going to have him kind of see if he can smell and hunt and see if he can hear. We're going to see if we can find who's watching the house.
Interesting.
Oh.
Ooh, I could go on the hunt with it.
I'm actually gonna hang out here in the woods, hold down a base camp for us.
I
You
think
go
I'm
ahead and
going
take
to
care
as
of
well.
that, if that's all right with you, unless you need me. In which case, just scream really loud.
Well, my house is, I mean, it's not far from the woods, but it's not close. So you probably wouldn't be able to hear us.
You have a bird that's watching.
What's the game plan? Are we changing
Birds,
into
you can
commoners
talk in
and
bird
going?
form now, Brendan. Don't forget.
I was trying to look up whether I can do that or not.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's a new thing that they
yeah.
gave you.
Well, I can certainly stay here and watch, or I can go with you. But about all this caution, I mean, we just slayed a minor god. Is there? Do we really have to be all that concerned about people that are maybe around here?
But I don't think I don't personally. I do not believe that it's caution of death as much as caution of not wanting to kill the wrong people.
I don't want to kill my own people if they're being influenced by something.
Well, that's inconvenient, but I guess I understand.
It's a minor inconvenience.
So,
No, we can't just go around killing everybody that gets in our way.
Oh man.
So with that being said, I actually want to implement. I know you're gonna send your greater steed on a hunt to find it. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna slip into the shadows as we approach, and as the rest of you may approach the door, like Crimson and Vin approach the door, the house. I'll be with you, arriving with you, but more off into the shadows to see if I don't see something myself, and can try to get a jump on it if we need to.
And Carrie will be a
Also, where
bird
I'm
with
at.
an aerial view, and I'll roll perception.
So my
Carrie's
steed
a bird.
I have a telepathic link with my steed, and it understands my thought within a 1 mile radius. So it's going to be on patrol, like, constantly.
Cool. Wow.
And then I use another charge in my ring when I get close enough to give myself invisibility, and then I levitate off the ground. So I'm not only am I invisible, in the dark. I also don't make footprints or make any noise on the ground. So I am the ultimate silent killer.
I'm gonna go stealth and hunt and search the woods that I'm in.
I'm gonna try and go stealth, but actually no, I'm not because I'm with Crimson, and Crimson and I are just normal people now because we just go up.
We suck at stealth. That's why I'm sending the wolf out.
It's like I fall over and like half of my body goes out of the illusion.
Dennis gonna just make an aerial perception to see if like I see anybody approaching, or like did that old man rouse people and they're like looking around for us, or
yeah, everybody who's looking, go make perception checks. And Crimson, describe how you're approaching the house. Because what form are you taking exactly?
Imhotep would have cast it, so I think we're just.
No, it's you choose. I choose, but I mean, I'll let you guys choose for yourself.
So, Big Fear, if you want to come with me, we could be like a messenger with a cow, delivering a cow to my father.
No. No, this is my cow.
Well, yeah, it's your cow, but we could use the cow as part of the disguise.
Didn't make Vin the cow.
What?
Being transformed
turning
into a
into
cow.
This is my cow. If you said you wanted a cow, you should have bought a cow.
So I'm going to be just disguised as just a normal countryman, maybe like, just normal clothes, big straw hat, just nothing distinguishing.
They call those sombreros.
Sí, sombreros.
ASA.
For breros.
You have to say it like España.
Sombrero. They say the C and the Z with a. So Ragnar and Crimson has made a perception check. Sombrero is an S.
Harry only got a 15.
I know.
I got a 7.
I'm just a bit of a dialect asshole. So
Snob, yeah, a little dialect snob.
Hey, loser.
It's not from my liner in Spanish. It's just because
Nerd.
Spanish.
As long as you know. That's the step.
Except
That's step one.
That is the first step.
So Ragnar, you're having a hard time focusing.
Yeah, can't pay attention to nothing.
Got some woods. There's a bird flying. Look at that bird. Meanwhile, that bird happens to be Crimson looking around, and Crimson notices that
that's scary.
That's scary.
Carrie flying around. My bad, CC. And you notice that there's folks kind of going away, closing up homes, lights turning on in houses as lamps and candles are being lit. But Crimson's home seems to stay dark. You don't notice anything specific though with the 15.
Okay.
I have a 24 stealth as we approach the house with a 27 perception as I do so.
Jeez.
F you. All right, where are you at in regards to the house versus they're coming in the front door? Where are you coming from?
So if they're walking like this is the front door, my forehead's the front door, and if they're walking directly at it like this, I'm off over here somewhere. Like watching the back, trying to watch the back of the house and the front of the house, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
while he's doing this too, you
were unseen, but you don't notice anything.
Okay.
And
then as they move forward, I want to do a circle around the house and then come. So like I do a full thing around the house.
Okay. Keeping a distance, like looking around.
Yeah, keeping the distance. Yep.
Okay.
Like if they have a fence around their property, like the immediate property, I'm staying outside that fence as I do the circle around it.
Can I look for traps?
Do Crimson and I notice
survival?
Do Crimson and I notice that there's no lights on in the house compared to everybody else's?
Yeah, at this point you probably would, if you're getting up pretty close and you generally know the habits of turning lights on when it gets dark.
Okay.
This house seems to not have lit up at all.
I look at Crimson and kind of say something along the lines of, "This might be a trap. We need to be cautious." And I cast Detect Magic.
You know that as you're looking like a country bumpkin, casting Detect Magic isn't very stealthy.
So you're gonna
Well-
light up the whole area around you as you cast.
It's not
with-
lighting. Well, how
Your
how
hands
does
are
it even
moving,
look when you
you're
cast?
verbally speaking in a different language of magic, and you're
But
calling
nobody's
on-
around.
Oh yeah,
You
nobody's
can be
around,
stealthy
especially-
with casting
especially
it
the people
under
who are
my
watching the
breath.
house.
I looked for tracks. Do I find any? Or I got a 25.
Yeah, you do find some. You find
Ooh.
some wolf tracks.
Wait. Is it the dire wolf?
Yeah.
God damn it.
You also find cow tracks and
You see
footprints
them in
from your party.
Okay, but nothing
You
else.
find
Nothing
your
out of
own-
the ordinary.
You
Nothing
find
that
your
I.
own track.
No, nothing else from where.
I find my own tracks and I start following them.
Going to-
Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it
There's
go?
a dragon in this forest. I gotta hunt it.
My sword starts lighting up.
Seriously, yeah.
I mean, all it says is I sense it.
Okay.
There's a
You
verbal
sense
and
it.
there's a verbal and
Distance and-
somatic component to the spell.
Yeah, distance and location, like as long as it's not behind like a foot of stone.
A
and
V
all.
say it
V
under my
means
breath,
verbal. A V means verbal, and S means somatic, which means you have to do something with your hands.
You do.
Yeah, but you're not like
I
you're
think I
yelling.
can try. I think I can make it
Okay.
look like
Roll a sleight of hand.
sleight of hand. Oh boy.
Sleight of mouth.
I'm gonna find a nice little clearing, someplace with some flat ground, not a lot of sticks or anything.
I love that. What's gonna happen right now
18.
Okay.
is Mark is going to devour a cow in
you
the
silently
forest.
and deceivingly cast detect magic. Now, what is detect magic? What does it say? As far as distance and hindrance and stuff.
So it is. I'm trying to do this on my freaking phone.
Meanwhile, so what is Big Fury doing up there with the cow? Is he lighting some candles and putting down an offering?
Nope. I tied the cow up to a tree, nearby. And
He's in the orchard.
I'm just kind of in the orchard
seems
area.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just kind of
yeah.
So
at this point. probably
detect
just,
magic. I can sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet of myself. If I sense such effects, I can take the magic action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic. And if the effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell School of Magic.
Okay.
Your spell penetrates most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1
Stone,
inch of
dirt,
common
or
metal,
wood.
or a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay.
This says 1 foot of stone, dirt, or wood.
I'm reading the spell right here
got
on
lots.
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. Maybe he's got the new D&D Beyond.
No, I do. He's wrong.
I am reading it off
And I
D&D
have no
Beyond as
wood.
well. That's weird. It literally says the spell is blocked by 1 foot of stone, dirt, or wood, but regardless.
I mean, if anything, Chris's sounds easier to.
As
So
you're-
I
as
cast
you're
it
approaching,
as we. Sorry, I meant to say that I cast it as we walk up to like the fence or gate or whatever is like close.
Okay.
That would
What's the duration?
get
of the
us
spell?
into the property.
10 minutes.
It's a sphere.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, duration 10 minutes. Yeah,
Sphere of what? 20, 30 feet.
30.
30 feet.
Okay.
So it'll last until we basically get into the house.
So as you approach the door, you do get a faint magical glow from inside the house, but it's behind the door.
Behind the door. The door doesn't light
Yeah.
up.
No.
Okay, I convey this information to Crimson and say, under my breath, I don't see anything outside, but something inside is glowing.
I mean, we could have. I mean, my father is an artificer. He could make magic. I mean, there's going to be probably some magical items in there.
Oh.
But you sense one or multiple?
I just sense an aura. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
For all you know, it's
As we get
thousands of little magic nuts and bolts in there.
so as we get close to the door, I'm going to use one of my divine senses
Okay.
to see if there's any celestial fiend, undead, desecrated, or hollowed area within 60 feet. Like right as we get to the door.
Okay. And that can go through buildings.
It says, you can open your awareness to celestial fiend, undead for the next 10 minutes. incapacitated location of any creature of those within 60 feet of yourself, and you know the creature's type within the same radius. You also detect the presence of any place, object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with a hollow spell. So it doesn't say.
Does it barrier stop it?
I don't see anything that says barrier stops it in the 2024 version.
Well, as far as you know right now, everything seems fine.
Okay, I'm gonna reach up and I'm gonna slowly. Does the door look normal? Is there any scratches? Gets it been kicked in?
Looks normal. Everything about your home looks normal. Nothing's out of place.
Is there a chimney?
Open.
And by nothing out of place, I mean like there's stuff laying out like normal, but yeah, there's definitely a chimney.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, it's locked.
Slowly, I'm gonna open the door stealthily, slowly.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Jiggles. It's not trapped. That's good.
I'm gonna knock.
Do you have a key to your damn house?
It's in the damn bag of holding which Imhotep has.
I think
Probably, I would
I
imagine.
think it's one of the first items, like your starting items. Just take your key and unlock it.
Okay, I'll kick my key out and unlock.
It unlocks.
This DM is like at it with us. We're level 18 characters.
You've done everything
door.
else except for think of your key.
Thank you. The two people, they turn around and walk back. You want to need the key?
Hang on. I go over
I'll
and
tell
take-
you what. Anybody that might have been watching us is like, well, these guys are no risk.
and then Imhotep goes.
into
Imhotep
this
was like,
house.
I left the bag of holding with Ragnar and Big Fear.
And I'm over here digging a hole to put the bag of holding in.
That's a good Betsy.
Okay, opening the door.
Okay. As you open it, you see sitting inside on a chair Rotan's Telman, Alora's father. And John, why don't you go ahead and describe what this veteran purple knight looks like?
It's an older gentleman sitting. It's quiet, or it's dark, right, in this house. He's sitting just in the dark, kind of staring off into space, looking kind of disheveled and unhappy.
I'm sorry. I didn't really.
Turn the volume
Is
up.
something wrong with the mic?
Turn the volume up.
Yeah, crank it.
I did. I
Turn
turned
his
him up.
volume
It still sounds slightly
He's pretty quiet.
quiet. Okay,
Yeah,
Or turn
I
on
turned
the
the
music,
volume
maybe.
that's probably what it was. You don't have to redo anything. Don't worry about me. I'm sorry. I
Perfect.
just want to make sure
Just
I
the
can
way
hear
you
you.
are, Phileas.
You're not even there, Ragnar. Shut up.
The whole time I'm thinking John is just here to watch and listen, and he's gonna start playing, and we are like goofing off and like not realizing that we're spending
He's
2
like,
hours.
Shut up!
like-
Let me get to my spot. God.
I mean, you guys finally got here, so here we go.
Welcome to the group. This is how we are. It's pretty annoying.
Most time.
Do I
Okay,
do
so
the
he's sitting in the living room.
Yep. Well, the room. He's like a suite.
The room in the dark, right?
Sitting in the dark. He's got his legs crossed, probably. You know, just like. And I'll let him take it now from here.
Do I hear the door open?
Yeah, you see the door open. It's pretty obvious. The moonlight shines in. You see some silhouettes of people behind it. You see no one that you recognize, but you heard the key switch.
How do you have the key for this house?
Because it's my father's house.
Name yourself.
I'm Crimson Arc.
They're disguised, right? I'm not making
Yeah.
a complete act. So, okay. Just checking.
And I was like,
We do not look like who we say we are.
Nope.
Prove it.
Okay. Can I drop disguise self whenever I want? Okay, so I'm going to walk over to the fireplace where the fireplace is. I'm going to use prestidigitation and make a fire. As I make a fire, I will drop the disguise.
No, you
Now
can't disguise it. It's me that drops it. So the fact that you want to drop it, I have no way of knowing you want to drop a spell. Yeah, it's me.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering. So you're gonna light it up.
Succeed your check against it.
He already failed the check on purpose.
That's right.
Okay, so let's see. How would I be able?
Fire. I'm Crimson.
So how would I?
Take your sword out.
Oh, Imhotep, are you near? No, I wouldn't be able to communicate through my dire wolf.
This guy's just casually sitting. He's got like his. You see like a belt with like a crossbow like on it and everything. Like.
He's still stalking the house because I don't know that you guys are safe.
Light the fire. Okay, he's sitting. I'm gonna go sit across from him, and I'm going to pull out the purple dragon's symbol so it would come out of my disguised self, and I would set it down in front of him and say, "I've returned in disguise. Ask me any question that you know I would be able to answer."
You definitely didn't get that off a dead body and disguise yourself.
Yeah, no interfering, DM.
No, yeah, come on, DM.
Why have you come here? Weren't you warned?
I'm looking for my father.
Laura took him.
Do you know where he took him? To Zale, so they took him to the capital.
This place is not safe. You shouldn't be here.
Who is the danger that is invading Coromir?
I don't know. No one knows.
If this place isn't safe, what are you doing here?
Waiting for the inevitable. I knew you were gonna come. Someone had to be here to warn you. You need to leave. You need to go to Suzale. You need to see Alora. And your father.
What about your safety?
My safety's not important.
It is to Alora.
While they're talking, I'm gonna step outside and try and get Imhotep's attention.
Have you ever seen Team America World Police? This is the symbol. This is the sign.
Cut.
Have you seen the Three Amigos? Look here.
So I come in. You don't know I've come in, and I come up to you, and I appear in front of you and next to you, Ben, and I say in your ear, "What do you want?"
Imhotep, stop! We're done. Disguises, take them off.
I'm Batman.
Where's Rachel?
Where's
Rachel?
Okay, I drop the disguises. But I don't want to reveal that I'm here with them. So while I stay stealthed and in the air and out of sight of whoever's in the hut, but I do drop the disguises.
Okay. And I step back inside.
And I continue. And then Dennis, I leave into the darkness again, and I'll roll another stealth check now that I'm visible. I don't trust whatever's happening in there, but I trust that Crimson will take care of it. But
yeah, Rotan's at this point, you do see that Crimson is who he says he is, so you recognize him.
17 plus my stealth check, because I'm an idiot, didn't roll that. Would be a 28 stealth.
Yeah, you're basically invisible, and you're black, so that works.
And can I see the house at all? And
what's happening?
Yeah, so you guys on the outskirts, you see that it lights up now. There is some light coming from inside the house. If you're in an angle with a window, which is
and
an angle.
Big Fear, how far away am I from you? How far away are we from each other? Do we know?
Where'd you go?
You're hunting a dragon.
Where'd you go? Sure, I'm hunting a dragon. Can't seem to find him. He just keeps eluding.
Not far from Big Fear.
All right, so I'm gonna walk over to Big Fear and I'm gonna let him know what's happening, unless he's probably not.
He's just playing
He
with
looks
his cow.
he looks
That's a
pretty
euphemism.
involved with what he's doing.
Well, why don't you head to the house then if everything's okay?
Are you like afraid to eat in front of us?
I actually, you know what? I just say I'm gonna stay here and see what happens.
Do it yourself.
Okay.
I pull out a small knife. Oh, she's a good girl, and I slit her throat. But instead of just letting the blood drain out, I stick my hand into it, and then I go over, grab a handful of it, and start writing on the ground. And I go back for another handful as it's spewing out. And just
I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting you to start eating the cow.
Okay.
Freaking heck, dude.
So as Big Fear is bathing in the blood of his cow, Carrie, you see a firelight into the village as you're, or into the hut as you're flying around surveying the area.
Okay. He'll fly down. He'll fly down in unwild shape. And walk in the door. Does he see Imhotep?
Not passive.
Roll a perception check. Yeah, roll a perception check. I mean, I rolled a 28 on my stealth, so.
Yeah, he sees you. 29.
Dang, son. Dang.
Damn, that eagle vision.
It was like, as you walk past, nice hiding spot. It was like, what the?
Like flicks a coin over at him where he's at.
Yeah. just kind of cuffs you with a wing on his way down.
Gives me a little ball smack on the way through.
Love tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, love tap. All right, Crimson.
Back to the conversation.
Let's see.
No more avoiding your destiny with your future father-in-law, who's disappointed.
You get to a
for
zoo.
coming to a dangerous.
Your father-in-law who's being played by John.
Yeah. So, Alora mentioned that some of the nobles were acting differently. Do we know if that is affecting nobles, all people, or only certain houses?
Uno momento.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
No.
Don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
So we don't know who we can trust except for Alora.
Uno momento.
You trust
It's
each
a
other?
spell. It's a time stop spell. It stops for 1 moment.
Yeah.
And we trust
Alora
you?
took it-
I'm in the room too, by the way.
Yeah, Vin, are you trying to talk?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You just were talking over to a little bit, so go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna kind of interject and say, I'm Vin, by the way. We've been traveling with Crimson for a while. How do we know we can trust you?
Who says that you can? Shouldn't trust anybody. That's what I've learned. I'm here in this house. I got followed here. I'm staying here. He's in danger. His father's in danger. My daughter is in danger. I don't know how I can trust you. How do I know I can trust myself?
Paranoid.
Why would Alora go to Sazul if... How is that safer than...
She didn't tell me. She didn't trust me either. I don't trust myself at this point.
Insight check?
Just
the old man.
paranoid.
Is he acting? Does his mannerisms? I guess as I watch him and talk to him, does his mannerisms present the same as I would know him?
Yeah, he's usually fairly not cryptic all the time, but he's guarded and he protects his family, protects his own. And so, given the scene you've seen coming in here with everybody going to the city of Suzel, like it seems legit. Like she's taking your father to safety, or he's stayed back to warn you. He's a veteran purple dragon knight, and I don't know if your father has as much experience in combat, so maybe he's like, I'm fine, like I'll be okay.
He's a crafter, builder.
So, you have really no idea. And the whole cryptic of not communicating with Laura is, you remember a conversation with her, like, seems like some of the nobles have been, played, or their personalities have changed, something's been going on, she might have told them that, and like to be cautious.
If we can't trust you and you can't trust yourself, then I guess asking you where you would go from here, you wouldn't tell me.
Well, he already told us.
I'm just tired. I'm just gonna stay here, go to sleep, maybe not wake up tomorrow.
What?
I love John. Thanks for being here, buddy.
This is the way John plays, guys. Welcome.
I'm gonna look to Vin, be like, I have a bad feeling about this. I think we need to get everybody and get out of here.
I do too.
I'm gonna press the digitation and put the fire out.
I'm gonna throw an arm on Crimson's shoulder and say, "Protect my daughter. You need to get to Suzelle."
Does he look armed?
Yeah.
I'll pull the kid out.
So he's got his armor and his weapons with.
Yeah, he's not wearing his full, purple Dragon Knight gear, but he's got like his chainmail. He's got a signet ring, his gauntlets that give him some extra strength. He's got like a halberd and like a pike, up on the wall, and then his crossbow hanging on his chain. Like he's like ready for action if something were to happen. He's not messing around at this point.
This feels like the end of Halo Reach, where you're like alone and trying to defeat everybody, all the people coming, trying to kill you. He's just taking a last stand.
If any of us played Halo, we'd understand what your reference was.
I get it.
You've never played Halo Reach? Are you kidding me?
Totally got it. 100%. Captain Commander.
Oh my gosh, that's a shame.
Why?
We're a bunch
why
of
won't you come
Sony
with us?
ponies. We don't play Xbox.
Damn.
Sorry, go ahead, Crimson.
Why won't you come with us?
It's better if I'm here, because maybe I can throw them off your trail. Did anybody see you come into this house?
I saw it.
I have friends scouting the perimeter, but we haven't seen any. We don't know if they've seen us or not.
It might already be too late.
Then you need to come with us.
The music's really intense, and I love this moment.
And then you need to come with us.
I'll follow behind you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Looks like kind of like an old, defeated man who's kind of lost hope in this country.
Oh, that's not good.
I like playing depressed characters. It's like my bread and butter.
It kind of is.
I did play a very depressed owl rogue in the last one I played.
Yes, I did.
Very sad owl.
I think if it's that dangerous, I think it's time for all of us to get out of here. We need to leave, including yourself. We'd rather not leave you behind.
If you cover our flanks, or behind, like, we gotta go. We gotta go, Ben. Let's go.
Okay.
And you see him reach over and, grab his halberd, sit back down on the couch. It's like a zombie apocalypse film. Like I'm getting ready for that final stand.
Yeah, it feels like. Okay.
Okay, so as we come out the door, I'm going to use my telepathic link. Dire to me. I'm going to get on him and just be like, we got to round everybody up. Let's go.
Big fear.
I'm still in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go, babe, buddy. You go.
Babe. Nope.
You go.
Okay, I was just gonna say I'm gonna stay in the shadows. Like I know it's my friends, but if there truly is something happening here, having somebody in the shadows that's no one notices might be a benefit to us. And as of right now, no one has seen my approach on this house, so no one knows there's a fourth
Except for
person
Carrie.
at the house. Well, yeah, but Carrie's my ally.
You hope.
Imhotep, did you hear any of the conversation we had inside, or were you far away?
No, I did not hear any of it, and you have no idea where I'm at, because unless you roll a perception check that can beat my stealth check,
I
you have
can't.
no idea where I'm at. So
You physically
It's not
can't.
possible.
Yeah.
Carrie could tell you, but he won't, because he can
My
tell. this
perception is
important to
garbage.
Imhotep.
Oh, Carrie's with us too, right?
I can count on one hand how many times I've rolled a stealth roll with Imhotep with a plus 11 stealth. All right.
All right,
imagine
so
we
I'm gonna
avoid
go
it,
around. I'm
right?
looking for. I'm getting Vin's with me. Getting Ragnar. Carrie would be probably in the house with us, and then
Yeah.
we're looking for Big Fear, which I believe he's in the orchard.
I finished writing by this time. Got it all done.
What
Oh
are
my
you
gosh.
writing? Freaking guy.
Right.
It's my book.
He's elbow deep in a cow at this point.
So I've got this whole big. It's a big circle too, quite a large circle, and there's just cow's blood, but it's very distinctly. There's patterns to it written all the way
Are you
around.
using that book you found? Jeez.
You're writing like protection runes or something?
So all right.
We'll never find out what happens. Because here comes Crimson.
Ragnar, if you could just not bother me for the next little bit, I'd really appreciate it. And he goes and he sits down in the center of the circle.
Ragnar's like looking so intense. Like for once, Ragnar's not talking and sitting still. Like what in the world is this guy doing?
I just witnessed someone just slice a neck, reach in, just started grabbing blood as if it was his paintbrush, and just started drawing on the ground.
Not
I've
even
never
Ragnar.
seen this before. I was like, I'm gonna see what happens.
So I imagine just I'm sitting down and getting focused and kind of relaxing. It was about the time when they're coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even recognize someone shows up. I'm just watching.
I mean, it took a bit of time for them to get out there and, have the conversation and stuff. So depending on what you want to do, unless you want to play it as funny and I almost get there, but I don't,
I'm playing it based on timing. that's
I'll
going
give you
on.
the time unless you think it takes a lot of time to read, the runes or whatever, the sigils.
No.
So go ahead.
All right. And as I sit down and start focusing, I am going to expend a use of Giant's Might. And I'm going to transform into the werebear form and grow to huge size inside of this circle. But just stay completely peaceful and calm.
Oh.
And I'm going to try to connect deeper with the bear spirit inside.
Okay. What if I've been making you roll? Is it Constitution
Sure.
or let's do a Constitution save at this point.
Saving?
Save. Yeah, save.
Nat 20, so that's a 34.
Through your arduous study and introspection, you have found possibly the link to a true connection. You almost see an astral projection of a bear in front of you, sitting
Does
on
Ragnar
its hind
see it
quarters.
as well? Kind of like a pop out.
I would almost say that it's this very spiritual moment for you. And Ragnar, you are kind of amazed as you watch this unfold. You see almost like circle of like divine energy kind of pump out from him, and you're kind of caught in the middle of this kind of epicenter of an event. A bit of light kind of comes off, and almost druidic in a way of divine, like a.
I'm next to a tree and I hold onto the tree to like kind of brace myself as it's all happening.
And you see the bear, and the bear puts his paw up towards you, and you feel a strong connection. And what exactly are you seeking as you do this?
I think I finally understand you. Not there to hurt me, but that we are one. I embrace you.
Big bear hug.
Two giants that are just, huge size.
I literally have a tear that doesn't ever come.
The astral
So
bear.
about this,
The astral bear projection kind of walks around. All the blood absorbs down into the ground, and you feel like this inner sense of knowing who you are and complete control. Like you're never going to lose control again.
peace.
And now, for a fun little flair, whenever you go into your giant form with a bear, you have an actual bear projection that can look like a Patronus that can kind of like run around with you.
That's cool.
So I'm just gonna sit in the moment until the moment is broken by someone come running up with a.
I
scared
come
face.
over and I give you a hug after I see it.
You feel these other arms around you.
Remember, I'm in huge form.
Yeah, so it's like I'm like
It's like
hugging
his
him like
leg.
a
Like his
like a
leg.
kid. I'm just like grabbing him.
like a little toddler.
Okay, at this
It's like
point,
a-
this dire wolf runs up with Crimson on his back. Crimson, you see kind of the end of a moment. You don't see any astral projections or anything. You kind of saw a light out there, but you don't really see anything now. It's just a personal moment with Ragnar and Big Fear.
You guys need a moment? You good?
Oh, what? Oh,
It's already been there and come and gone.
no, I think I'm good.
Well, good, because
Yeah.
we think we've been compromised, and we got to get out of here. We got to head to Sizul.
You didn't see me crying.
We're not camping here tonight.
I met Alora's father inside, and he says the place is being watched, and they probably already. Which I don't know what we're gonna be able to do about that, anyways.
Huh, good. Well, I need to kill something.
Well, see what happens.
That's a shame.
I can't eat my cow.
Are we leaving in stealth, or we're just leaving?
Well, we don't know if we've been seen or not. I would assume we've been seen, but if we haven't, I don't want to do it. So let's move, but move as quietly as we can.
Right. I reached out one hand and just like palm Betsy. All right, I'm ready.
Betsy, you named her.
Yeah, like desecrated corpse.
I was gonna say, at this point, is there anything left?
Yeah, she's got all of her meat still.
Yeah,
we can
meat.
have a good feast tonight.
Meat and skin.
So
Which way are we going? I have no idea where I'm at.
West. We're heading west. The road's just up the way. We can hit the road. Hopefully, I don't know who we can trust and who we can't. So if we see patrols,
You cut out.
but that road will be the fastest.
Okay, so the party heads out on foot.
Are we staying on a path, or are we? Yeah.
I want to make sure that this whole time I
Yourself.
remain completely unseen by everybody. Like,
Yeah, including your camera.
You're so invisible right now.
Wow. What a trick.
Dude, that's hilarious.
That's how good his stealth is.
Carrie's over there like, I see him. What are you guys talking about?
He's invisible on his chair.
Okay, so Imhotep is hiding, so we don't know where he is. Carrie's with us. Everyone's with us except Imhotep.
Vin knows that
we know.
that Imhotep knows where they're at now. Because Imhotep whispered to you.
Yes.
Well,
He's
Imhotep's a big boy. He knows the thing. He knows the drill. So he'll catch up or he'll do his own thing. There's not. We've been on plenty of hunts together.
I drop down one pamphlet. He'll find it. He'll know where to go.
How many pamphlets do you have, bro?
a bread trail of pamphlets.
Anytime I find a printing press, I make more.
Printing press. Those have been invented, yes.
I thought it was just a charcoal rubbing.
He's upgraded.
Every time we make fire.
Since his last print.
Well, X-Hammer has given the world 5G internet through our.
That's right. We've traveled into the future.
No, we use the Mushroom Network, and
Yeah.
that we get.
Oh, that's
with
right.
the Mushroom Network, we allow 5G network.
It's called tree.
Totally
It's called tree
innovative.
printing.
3D printing.
3D printing.
3D printing.
3D printing. Okay, so the group
Okay.
starts on foot heading towards Suzel. It's probably going to be there. It's a bit of a walk.
Yeah. It's half a day, I would imagine. I mean, it's a ways. So we could get some distance from my place and find somewhere on the road, or we could try and to book it to Suzil. But I mean, if it's nighttime, they've probably already closed the gates, so we're not going to be able to get in tonight, anyways.
Great, so we can just camp for the night. I'll set up the fire.
So I would imagine we're gonna move for. We'll go for maybe an hour, and then we'll set up camp somewhere.
Okay.
Well, shoot.
Me has gone rancid. Sorry. Make sure. Okay, so would you guys like to set up a watch?
Yes, I'll take the first.
My dire wolf will stay
Carrie
up all
doesn't
night. I
actually
don't think
need to
it doesn't need to sleep.
Carrie doesn't technically sleep either.
True. Like a 4-hour trance. For all intents and
So
purposes.
he can take the second shift.
Yeah, he
or
can
the
probably do a couple
final
shifts.
shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
I'm still trying to
Victor
process.
is also still covered in blood. So
I'm still trying to process the image.
Dennis, I would like to do a loop around our camp. Give us like a really, really big berth around our camp to detect that this continue to be the ranger guy that I am. And just like they set up, I'm watching them set up camp, and I just do like a circle and then a bigger circle and a bigger circle to make sure there's nothing within the greater vicinity of our camp setup that could threaten us or we might be camping next to something unknowingly.
what'd you put between your legs are awesome.
You're just tucking it.
The vibrator? Oh.
Water pack.
Hot bladder.
So,
I've got a hot bladder.
how did it go in the house?
Dennis, do I notice anything with my loops, or is it what you say?
You see the direwolf kind of shadowing you, but you don't notice anything else.
Oh, good call. I find the direwolf and I wave at it, and I give it a thumbs up, and hopefully that it will give a telepathic communication to Crimson that it's noticed some dude giving him a thumbs up.
Crimson, you get a warning that your wolf has seen something. Just kidding. You can get whatever kind of telepathic signals you want. That sounds good.
His ears just kind of pick up and kind of sticks his tongue out and just kind of looks back. Keeps going.
So,
Like the
so Big Fear
head toe.
asked how things went.
Laura's father's inside. He warned us that. I'll kind of reiterate the conversation. You know, we were warned. We need to get out of here. Alora and my father are in Suzil. We need to get there, meet up with them. He thinks he's going to cover our retreat and see if anybody's following us.
But why didn't we bring him with us then?
This is an old fool.
He's set in his ways, and if he's a capable fighter. He's spent years as a merchant and traveling the world. He knows how to handle himself.
Yeah, but like, so you like Alora, and that's Alora's dad. So shouldn't he be like your father-in-law or something like that?
Well, I mean,
Not
we're
yet,
not
Big Fear.
we're not married.
Oh, yeah, but
I like her.
Let's face it.
We all see it in the epilogue. I mean, come on.
Like, should you be like, hey, honey, sweetie, I'm home. I also brought your dad by chance, you know?
I mean, I've never felt comfortable. Like, Alora's an wealthy merchant. I'm a peasant. Like, I've never known how he truly feels.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Family's family, and you take care of each other.
As they're talking, Imhotep will do the circles, and then he's gonna head backwards to find the Alora's dad to see how he's doing and see if he's joining us.
I'm gonna send the
Again, never revealing myself to him. But first off, Imhotep's never liked the guy, so.
Okay.
Because Imhotep met him. No, Imhotep met him, and I'm trying to learn the ways of the West Coast, and this guy never stops talking in riddles, and like I don't know if he's talking hyperbole and sarcastically. Like I don't understand the ways of Cormyr speak, and he's always talking in riddles.
Okay, so you're gonna go back an hour's travel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
John, do you think your character would still be there?
Nope.
Dun, dun,
Did I see him on the road?
Well, he said he was gonna follow behind.
Yeah, did I see him on the road traveling?
Right, you done messed up.
I would like to, as I get to the house and see that there's nobody in the house, I would now like to roll a survival check as I walk down the path to see if there's ever footsteps divert from the rest of the group's footsteps. And I know my friend's footsteps opposed from those of footsteps I don't recognize. And see if I ever watch footprints divert from the rest of the group.
You mean like off the road or follow you off the road when you guys went to find camp?
He's trying to find his footprints.
Trying to find his footprints. I stayed at the house the whole time Crimson went back for Big Fear. I was still at the house. So if he ever left before then, I would have watched somebody leave.
Mm-hmm.
But I left with them. I'm backtracking an hour. Notice the fact he's gone. I'm now getting on the road and watching like the path out of the house. And if there is footprints,
the road. Okay.
Well, no, not me. Yeah, the road out the path of the house.
Yeah.
If ever there's a pair of footprints off into the grass, footprints or a path that went off the road.
Okay.
Hold on. I have advantage on stealth on survival, and I need to figure out why. Give me a second, because I know that some of my abilities, have to do with other things than than just because I have advantage on everything. John, are you Fey, Fiend, or Undead?
You're not gonna see anything, Chris.
What?
You looking for footprints?
Rude. At least date me first before you ask that.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, kind of rude. Let me at least roll before you tell me I don't see anything. Like I didn't even roll yet.
I thought you were rolling.
I haven't rolled it because I have advantage.
Ask him. You gotta see it.
Yeah, I have advantage. No, I have advantage when tracking Fey, Fiend, or Undead because of my ability as a hunter. So that's what I was asking. If he was a Fey, Fiend, or Undead, I would be able to attract such a thing better than others.
Okay, John, are you any of those things?
No, because I didn't sense it either.
Okay, that was just a question.
Sorry.
Jeez, DM.
And I rolled a 26. So like a 26 survival roll.
You rolled
to
it.
notice
Thank you for
things
rolling
out
it.
beyond.
So now,
Okay.
So you notice a pair of footprints leave the house, but at that point the paths, everyone is mecha towards Suzel, so you see tons of footprints. It's hard to tell.
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to do.
No,
Still, I'm gonna try to explain it to people who are traveling, like farmers, aren't gonna leave the road. A pair of footprints who are trying to avoid notice will leave a road, and those footprints are the ones I'm looking for. And if I find the footprints that lead the road, but they kind of come back because they're trying to, like a pair of footprints trying to go across, I feel like with the 26 survival, I'm able to tell the difference between somebody who knows what they're doing to leave a road as opposed to a commoner just doing this around a group of people. That's what I'm asking.
Or if
I mean,
somebody
I'm not
feels
this.
safe to travel on a road, is going to take the road and isn't going to divert from the road. So,
But John just said he's not on the road, and I just walked up the road, and
well,
he's not
what I'm
there.
saying is
So
you
that's
don't-
what I'm
you
looking
don't see
for.
anything. I'm saying you don't
Okay.
see a diversion, you don't see anything abnormal from the traffic of people on the road.
The DM has spoken. Gavel banged.
So all you see for an explanation, is the typical travel of people moving towards Susel. You don't see a diversions off the road, people trying to get out of the road or anything like that. Aside from when your party diverts up to wherever you guys are staying off the road. And the rest of y'all are making perception checks to keep track of what's going on. You got a wolf. I mean,
Is this a passive or just a perception?
If you're taking watch, then you'll do a active perception check.
I'll roll for
Ooh,
Carrie.
15. Sound asleep.
My wolf would get advantage with its keen sense of hearing and smelling, and I think it gets a
20.
so I can just roll my normal.
Oh,
which
19.
It would be like so it'd be a +1, so 15 for the wolf.
Okay. Yeah, I mean all strong rolls. You don't see anything out of the ordinary this night as you guys are staying. And Emotep, same thing as you come back, you're watching the roads, you're looking for the footprints, massive survival check. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. At this point, any farmers and everything, they've either made their way back or they're in their homes or something. There was a patrol that
I know this sounds
around nightfall. You guys remember seeing in the village itself, but they went back that way when night came, and they would have been past you guys by that point.
I know this sounds, I don't know what it's going to sound like, but it's not anything to do with anything. It's just, this is my way of playing my character right now, Imhotep. I've noticed the rush in which my companions left the house. And I know they talked somebody in there. But that person is no longer there. I cannot find that person. So now I'm on red alert for this person I talked to in a house. I don't know who it is because I don't talk to my companions. So blame it on me, I guess, for not talking to them yet.
You would have met in the time in Cormir when you were there. You would know.
I don't know who you
house.
talked to because I didn't know who you talked to him specifically. So I don't ever come back to camp. I walk down, know that no one diverted off the road. I see my companions. I double back and now do another loop around the house to just kind of do another double check that that person in the house didn't go a different direction than we did.
Okay.
And once I satisfy that curiosity, I come back to the group.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, do you go all the way back to like where you guys camped at? Just like look everywhere, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I double back. I mean, I imagine if he's leaving footprints.
Where Big Fear, where you guys had kind of landed at by the forest.
Well,
like,
if I know, not all the way back there, I'm doing a double back. Like, if he's leaving footprints, I feel like I would be able to find that somebody other than us traveled a different direction away from the house off a road. And I'm just doing a double back to make sure that that this person isn't doing a triple back where he's going up like this and coming all the way around to me in a flanking maneuver.
Right.
Where like the way I'm thinking as a hunter,
for sure.
I might not follow my prey direct. I might go completely off and then come back. So that's what. So I'm just double checking that whole thing.
Yeah,
I know it sounds paranoid, but
you're a bounty hunter, or you're a not a bounty hunter.
A blood hunter. This is what I do.
Like this
Yeah.
Is, so you're used to this kind of behavior. And 26 survival check. You don't see anything that's out of the ordinary in that way. You see footprints and paths. You see, what the patrol might have come through and gone and looped around, but they're still on the marked path. You don't see anything coming off it that's unusual besides what your group has done itself, including the big
and then
footprints.
Sorry guys, I don't mean to make this about Imhotep. I'm trying to be fast about this, but I'm trying to do my blood hunter thing and track something that I feel like might be a threat to us.
You're saying
so I'm coming now. I come back into the house, and I'm going to. I mean, there's a chair sitting in the middle of the room, facing the door. It
was like next to the fireplace or whatever.
Just a chair. Okay, just a chair. I would like to go in there and touch the room and feel it and roll on my
critical roll.
I know, critical roll. But roll my Grammet psychometry to feel the place and see if there's any dark evil that happened within this place.
Ooh, cool. Go ahead and read what that is as you make your roll too, so that those who
that's
haven't
dark evil.
Yeah, the people who haven't heard this. Grimm's psychometry when making an intelligence history check to recall information about the sinister magic or tragic history of an object you're touching or current location. You have advantage on the roll. And the role play of it is in the Matt Mercer's creation is that if I roll good, and if the moment there is tragic enough, I might receive more than just knowledge. I might receive some kind of almost vision of some sort, which we've done in the past. So let's see if I roll good enough to cause that to happen to me.
He found the Umbral Tower, which was kind of a shadow of an ancient tower in the Marshes Shalember, because he had
22.
rolled really high on this before. Pretty good. I mean,
22.
You're looking around the room and you look at this chair, and you get this vivid sense that it has been sat on by so many butts, stinky butts, stinky butts. Very tragic.
Whoa! We clean ourselves in our house. We're clean people. We bathe.
Are you though? Are you?
You don't know how to wipe. Not yet.
Education.
I lived with you for a year.
You see the furniture, and you kind of almost like an Aragorn, like trying to find Merry and Pippin kind of way, where you can kind of see the how things might have played out in the room. You see how it might have been pushed back in place, and maybe things grabbed off the desk in a hurry to leave. Kind of, you didn't hear the conversation, so you don't know like to connect the dots here, but you know that somebody had left at some point with some items.
Okay.
At some point, someone left.
And then with that, I'm going to do
the last person who left, Michael. left with some stuff.
A 23 investigation check, and I'm going to start like basically tossing the house, looking for things that are remaining in the house that may give us clues or left behind, or a note maybe left behind that these guys missed because they got distracted.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
23 investigation as I do this.
You find one of Crimson's favorite action heroes. It's a purple dragon knight, obviously. It happens to be it happens to be the hero of Suzail. It is, as well as the wizard who saved them from the purple dragon. So it's kind of cool little thing.
Nerd.
You also find just a bunch of like scribbles and notes and a lot of like kind of artistic drawings of different items that Crimson's father might have been coming up with. You see some prototypes of different objects and some artifices, but no specific letter. As in, maybe try not to be followed, or they're just forgotten something.
Okay. My last thing I do when I close the door to leave is I put a pencil against the door, lean it off to the side, so if ever somebody were to open it, the pencil would drop. And I leave.
Character is just as paranoid as my character, apparently.
No, I'm a hunter. This is what I do. I hunt things. And something in this house, I can watch we've been traveling with each other for long enough, I feel like, and been in enough fights that I get your guys' body language as you left. You left in a hurry and a huff. Which, spider sensors start tingling. Something was wrong in the house.
For sure. I love.
I'm not gonna metagame as much as
rolls you get.
I'm not gonna do my metagame, which is I want to throw up dark vision, my see invisibility on me. But there's no reason why I would do that. So.
Yeah. Okay. Eventually, you make it back to the group. Sun is not up yet. It is getting to the early morning hours at that point.
Brennan, are you still on this call? Are you still here, Brennan?
Oh yeah.
All right. So when you open your eyes, you find me on the edge of your bed. Hey,
you kind of
Brennan gets
in
that
your
reference.
trance, and you can kind of hear.
The good Raj.
The good old Raj moment.
Okay, so in order for you to get a full rest, it's going to take a little bit longer for your full 8-hour or whatever. But the party can go in through the morning. You guys basically find him essentially in his bedroll, how'd you get here kind of situation. But no events transpire throughout the evening. Direwolf time elapses over 8 hours, and he doesn't see anything.
The direwolf doesn't go away, does it?
Oh, I thought it was
It's a great steed. It probably does. I would imagine it did. Would.
It's dead. Yeah, it's dead.
Okay. Well, then you hear some farmers off in the distance. I'm gonna kill that wolf. She's gonna get my cows.
Cows.
You had your fill last night, Big Fear.
Yeah, I did.
There's no time limit on it.
I'm trying to be cool because this is my blood hunter doing ranger things and blood hunter things. You see a bedroll that Imhotep has created, but the Imhotep isn't in it. You have no idea when he got in. You have no idea when he got up. But he comes back with a couple rabbits tied to a stick, ready to cook for you guys for breakfast.
Ruins it. A couple cornies with some potatoes. Some taters. Taters?
Some taters.
What's taters, precious?
Potatoes.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I mean, half of Betsy's still around too. If you wanted to cook some of that up.
We don't
eat rancid at this point.
We don't eat.
I look at Big Fear and I say, I'm not eating that.
Okay.
It's too spiritual a moment for Ragnar. Okay, so morning comes, group is ready. You do start seeing more people kind of make their way. Some farmers, you see kind of off in the grass, leading some sheep or pulling livestock along. There's cowboys and the horses.
We need to get to the city. Crimson, show us the way.
As I'm eating breakfast, I ask, so what's happening in the house? I watched you leave on a tuffle, and I've doubled back 3 times last night to figure out what happened there and who might have been in that house, and I did not find anything. What happened in the house?
It was Alora's father. Good luck tracking him. He's pretty good at hiding his tracks.
Yeah.
No,
probably
not to rush, but I think we need to be moving. So let's talk while we're walking here.
I think the 3 seconds it takes me to ask a question, Ben, will be fine.
We're packing up, rolling our beds, packing our stuff up.
Big Fear's not.
We can't be gone fast enough.
Big Fear's aloof.
He's high.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll reiterate everything that happened to Imhotep.
I figured you would. I wasn't gonna roleplay that thing. I was just gonna roleplay how I asked.
Yep. And then I will mount my direwolf and start, showing people back to the road. I would imagine nobody's gonna get spooked. It's just, if I'm riding it, nobody's gonna freak out by it.
I look at Vin and Brendan. Sorry, Harry, and I go, was he as creepy as he has ever been? Because that guy always creeped me out.
I just chuckle.
So yes, yeah. Okay.
Well, he certainly didn't have much. He certainly didn't have much to say, but creepy. Well,
imagine trying to learn how to speak your language instead of Muhurandis when the guy only speaks in riddles that I don't even understand.
Yeah. Now imagine trying to buy and sell with that guy.
Or marry.
He was a little depressed too.
Or marry his daughter.
Yeah.
We've fought a god. What do you people say?
They're scared.
I'm telling you, that guy scares me more than any fight we've ever done.
At least the gods I can understand. Him, it's like he speaks a different language than you guys, but it's the right words.
Okay, so you guys eventually show up to the gate, assuming you guys walk the whole way.
Yeah.
And as you get kind of closer, there's a line to the gate. You see a bunch of people camped out on the side of the road, caravans pulled up. You see some people able to get in, mostly people that are dressed a lot nicer, maybe envoys or maybe merchants kind of getting in. You see farmers generally are allowed to get in with some other livestock. So how do you do this?
Do we? I'm debating whether I want to use my status as a dragon to get us in or not. Do we want?
Well, at this point, you're not in seeming, right? So you're in your guys' form. So you're catching the eye. Like a lot of people are looking at you guys like,
well,
what's going on here?
Yeah, I know that I'm not going to retroact the fact that we've come up to the people. The minute we come to the people, Imhotep goes, "You fool," and he says, "Do you want me to cast it?"
Big Fear just walks over and stands in line behind the next person in line.
if none of you guys speak up, Imhotep kind of disappears from the group, and then some random commoner kind of joins next to you. Like I just go behind a tent where no one's watching, and kind of like, like I go to like the latrine tent, and just turn into somebody else, and I come back to as somebody else.
So like Imhotep will use you as like our ace up our sleeve.
Okay. So I just tell you guys that I kind of whisper that to you guys, and then I disappear, and you guys have no idea what I look like. You just know Imhotep is watching.
All of a sudden, every single commoner in the area turns into Big Fear.
That'd be awesome.
So
Be terrifying.
I just lean forward. Big Fear leans forward to the next person in line in front of him. So you try to make it in the city too?
That's right.
Okay.
What are you here for?
I don't know. I just figured everybody else was going this way, so I thought I'd go this way too.
Yeah, I've been waiting here for a few hours this morning. Line moved a little bit. People keep cutting.
You must be one of them early risers.
Apparently not. Last in line.
So, about how long does it take to get in?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got in yet. Can't tell you.
Are they accepting outsiders?
I don't know. Haven't talked to the gate yet. Just been waiting in line. Like I said, people have been cutting up there and just keep slowing us down. I don't know if I ever get in.
So,
we're all trying to get in. Apparently something going on up north, but I haven't seen nothing. Patrols say everything's safe on the roads
right now.
We're east.
Oh, that's why I'm lost.
East of Suzel. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from across the ocean.
From across the ocean? Whereabouts?
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta ask Jeff that. He was the navigator.
Jeff, wow. I don't even know a Jeff. We don't have any such names out here.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
We're all named after colors out here, like crimson, violet.
Ooh, can I be blue then?
No, that's a little bit too common. You gotta be like a
just blue,
magenta,
citrus,
cerulean,
turquoise.
I don't like any of those. I want to be blue.
You could be a powder blue,
azure.
Azure's
But,
great. Lapis, that's a good one.
What exactly is
Azul?
happening up north?
Well, no, I don't know. Just patrol's been out and stuff. They look like I talk to
don't-
anybody about this kind of thing. How about you go talk
I
to
mean, if you
somebody
don't
who
know,
knows more?
why are you running? If you don't know, why are you running to the city?
They've been out running. I walked here. They told us to come.
Okay.
Who's they?
I imagine they're not alarming anybody with specific details of people being massacred, nothing like that. They're just trying to protect us. Never had done it before. I don't know. Patrols say things are safe on the road, so we're just traveling to Suzel. They're the patrols are the ones telling us where to go.
I love this guy. What's this guy's name? I want to be friends with this guy.
You're a commoner now too, Imhotep. You could go up and.
My name is Peppercorn.
Is that a color?
I guess so.
Okay.
Peppercorn's like a blackish color, like a pepper.
My name's Blue. So good to meet you, Peppercorn.
I know your name's not Blue.
No, but I like that name.
That's great for you, but you can't identify something you like just because you want to.
This guy has like a plus
Fair enough.
3 to his wisdom.
Fair enough. Well, I'm just gonna be right here behind you. Standing in line.
Great, I doubt I'm in any danger with you nearby. As long as you don't try to, eat me. Your arms are still staying red, by the way, from whatever you did earlier.
Oh, that's just
This
normal.
this guy just knows.
Maybe I could be red.
Oh yeah. Well, let's call you something like Scarlet. Yeah, Scarlet.
Oh, I don't really like that one.
Well, it can't be red. Red's too normal. It's got to be a different kind of red.
Okay, well, let me think on that and see if I can figure it out, okay?
All right. He turns around and kind of taps the guy in front of him. Can I get in front of you? Or he's doing the accent now. I'd like to cut if that's okay. You see the person turn around and see Big Fear like, "No, you stay back there." Oh man.
He just pulls out a book and starts reading while he's in line.
Pulls out his monocle.
After time passes, you do start moving forward. A few steps at a time, very slowly.
They can still try to get in a different way.
So can I see the guards? What are the guards? Are they checking papers? Are they asking people questions? I want to see what the guards are doing, and do I recognize any of them? I mean, I would imagine I don't. There's a lot of us.
Yeah, like up at the gate, they are looking at papers. They're looking at inventory. You see some things being transferred, like handing back and forth. You imagine that people are probably buying their way in, getting their golden ticket.
Do I see any patrol? Do I see purple dragons that are just walking in and out? Do I see any patrols coming in and out?
Yeah, I mean, you do see occasionally soldiers coming in and out. Maybe passing on, it's their turn to go patrol the outskirts, some patrolling inside, taking breaks, things like that. The longer you stay, the more you see people, variations of patrols. But that's obviously, if you say hours, then yeah, you see new patrol come out, new patrol goes in, or old patrol goes in. You see them kind of one patrol take off this way, and they come back around the outskirt eventually, and then go in and kind of switch out that way. The kind of the patterns of patrolling as you were road captain before.
Okay, so I'm going to. Do I want to try? I want to try and maybe get the group and approach the guards and see if I can use my status to get us through.
At this point, too, Carrie, you've made friends with a nice willow tree.
Awesome.
Another druid baby has been born.
Carrie comes over kind of winded. We can come back here anytime we want.
I'm actually going to just start walking up towards the gate.
Okay. Because he's Ragnar the Great. He can get anywhere he wants.
Ragnar the Gate.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, no one stops you as you walk forward. You see the kind of people kind of move aside a little bit as you walk up, and people kind of talking who's that there? I've never seen a dragon out here before like that. Not usual. Where are they from? I don't know. Is that copper? What is that? It's metallic, right? They're good. It's supposed to be? I don't know. It's not purple. That's good.
Boo! No cutting.
Yeah, listen to my friend Scarlet.
Not Scarlet. Red.
Well, feminine.
They're not Scarlet. I'm not Scarlet.
Red
Scarlet.
So I'm gonna get to the gate. I'm going to actually approach and just try to walk in. I'm just not gonna stop. I'm just gonna try to walk right in.
Some of the patrol stops you.
This should just work. That would be funny.
Hey now, I'm not supposed to let y'all in here. We got kind of a whole methodology. You can see the line going back there. Do you have some kind of identification or something that would perhaps maybe persuade me to proceed?
I'm gonna look at him and ask if he thinks he could take me in a fight. Do you? Sorry, let me roleplay this. Do you think you could take me?
Surely I don't at all, but it's my job and I've got to stand my ground. Are you trying to intimidate me? Are you going to roll intimidation?
Do I notice Ragnar up there?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab, as he's doing this, I'm going to grab everybody
dragon.
and I'm like, come on, let's go! And I'm just going to run up there, try to stop this, but let him do his things first.
And then, so what I'm actually gonna do is then tell him that I've been hired
to be a bodyguard, and if you can't stop them, you're not letting me in, and I can.
Well, I understand, but it is my duty to my queen to stay here and to tell people not to come in. There are patrols, and we do have reinforcements inside if it did come to that. And I sure hope that you're not trying to threaten me, because that would be seen as a threat to the kingdom, and therefore I would have to bar entry and possibly take you in for custody, which would be not in here. We would take you out, actually, because if you try and get good people in, that'd be loud, sort of thing. So would you like to restart that conversation?
Ragnar, what are you doing? You're supposed to wait for the group. Excuse me. Sorry.
He won't let me in.
You're supposed to stick with the group. I've come.
You won't let me in. Trying to bully him. You won't let me in.
He said, he won't let me in. Like, just like
he means well. We're supposed to get in. I'm Crimson with the Purple Dragons, and I'm going to show him my badge, Road Captain. I've brought these mercenaries to help with the mysterious. We're out here to discover what's going on up north. We need to get in, get supplies, and then we're going to head out on a patrol later tomorrow. So we need to get in.
Sir, it looks like you mean well, and I see here that you have a badge and sort of identification. But as you can imagine, with events that are currently circulating in the northern part of our kingdom, how do I know you are who you are? Do you have your seal or identification and such forth?
I could just teach you.
And I would have my seals, my identification, my
Yeah, I see this. It looks maybe outdated. You're supposed to re-register about a month ago. Where you been, Road Captain?
I've been out exploring and doing my journey, doing reconnaissance to Boulder's Gate and back. So that's taken me quite a bit of time to make that journey.
Yes, sir. And believe me, I don't want to try to contradict any information you give me, as I'm only a private here trying to, understand the situation. But it looks to me like you were due back months ago after you completed your task. And so now I'm just asking the question.
How does he know this stuff?
No, it says here on his letter of intent what his mission was. We give clear outlines from the Purple Dragon Knights. We're not any renegades are hunted and stopped. We're not supposed to be trespassing other lands. We're not supposed to be overstepping our jurisdiction. And so it appears to me as maybe we have a situation here.
Just a thought, Shane. Like, don't you know your commanding officer that sent you on that mission? You couldn't request that. Yeah, couldn't you request that person? Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you go? You want to go get Jonathan, my commanding officer? He'll vouch for me. You ever hunted a hag before?
No, sir. All in my dreams.
Yeah. So tell me how long it's going to take to hunt a hag.
Well, honestly, I don't. The approximation of that kind of time frame is outside my parameters, sir. But what I can do is I can go look for Mr. Jonathan. That's a great idea.
Carrie says, how would you like to spend about an hour as a rat? Because that's the road you're heading down, pal.
Well, if I'm being honest, if I was a rat, that would make my job a lot easier, because then I could just ignore you all and you can go back to duty. But here I am. So he sends a word to his to one of the people inside and asks him to go get Jonathan. So if you don't mind, just stay over here for a tight second, and let me get some of these other folks inside as you wait. And as passing merchants showing different identification, peasants coming by or whatever, and you see a guy kind of cut in front and kind of hand him some gold, and he's like, all right, you come in.
I'm looking at my pouch. I just hand him my pouch.
No, don't feed the corruption.
I'm not for this guy. Do I see him hand the gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so eventually,
can I get your badge number, please?
Yeah, badge number 11111115.
1111
You see Jonathan come out, and he's like decked out in plate, and he's got like a halberd on his back with a sword and a long sword and shield, and then his crossbow, chained to his side. Well, I'll be if it isn't a prodigal son. How are you doing, Crimson?
Hey man, been out seeing the world, come back. I've got some friends here that are gonna help with the situation.
Too western, maybe even on the coast out there and playing on the beach too much in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, well, that happens sometimes.
don't sound
You know.
safe. Maybe you aren't, Crimson. Maybe the sergeant here has been doing a good job keeping you out.
And Sergeant here, why don't you check his pocket and how much gold he's getting off people?
Yeah, we've been given an allowance, 50 gold for
Oh. Is that what it is, collecting taxes?
entry. Of course, that's what the kingdom has to do during times of war. We increase taxes. That's the reason why taxes first came about. Did you not know your history? Taxes only remain
Yeah.
afterwards for the indulgence of bureaucracy. So that's why we put taxes into place right now in order to fund the war. Do you not understand, Crimson? Boy, I'm just
That we're
playing with you.
balling.
That's clearly the history, but I'm not going to give you a hard time on it. That's actually the situation we're in right now. It's Sergeant. We're going to let him in. Are you an idiot? Yes, sir. I would reckon I am, given the circumstances of these proceedings.
This was
Jonathan, don't be hard on him. He did his job. He did his job. He didn't know who I was. And he followed the correct procedure to correctly identify
Almost got
somebody.
And he will continue to do his job through the next shift.
And
yes,
no
sir.
longer.
So Jonathan
Nice.
leads you guys into this point.
I ether walk through the wall and circle around to the front. So I'm still a peasant, and you guys have no idea I've entered, and neither does Coromir.
That's amazing.
I'll just whistle. Big Fear, get up here!
What? I
Get over here!
Oh, sorry, Peppercorn. Gotta go.
It was nice knowing you. Can I come with?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You see a couple of villagers come up with Big Fear. Now, I can't let y'all in. Only the party that's with our captain.
Yeah, he told me to come up here, and this is my friend Peppercorn, and we're supposed to go in there.
Look, they clearly don't look like they're part of your party.
You ever heard of disguises?
Like party.
Come on now, Captain.
Okay.
Don't give me a hard time. You know I'm just trying to do my job. How about you pay the fee and then we can go ahead and let them in? 50 gold per head.
No thanks.
All right, then they can't come. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. It's the rule.
Bye, Peppercorn. Hope you get your spot back in line.
Bye, Peppercorn.
Bye. Hope you find
So
your dad.
now Crimson, let me tell you what's going on here. You guys see Jonathan is leading you guys up the road. We've had a bit of a threat coming from the north. It looks, like something we can handle, but we're just taking precautions because we haven't seen something this size for some time. Usually, like it's just a couple of bands of goblins, or sometimes occasionally an ogre or such comes out. But we're seeing some interesting activity up there in the forest and towards the mountains. What we're finding out is some nefarious fiends up there. Some works of looks like maybe some devils or some kind of worshippers who brought some kind of satanic creature forward, and we're finding traces of bodies left ravaged. It's not typical of what a goblin or orc would do. Normally they just put a head on a pike and try to scare you. These guys are doing a bit more, and not only that, but we're afraid that there's some kind of force being amassed that could possibly come about. So what our queen has done is she's given complete control over to our military, and we have the war wizards and the purple knights taking full control over the patrols of the area, and we have less shifts inside the city itself as we're massing all of our villagers here. So we're really trying to prevent any enemy from getting inside, you see. It was her idea to do so, and I think it's been rather successful so far. We have a couple of envoys and a couple of ambassadors from other countries who were already here on their stand. We're not letting them leave. We don't want to get word of these occurrences getting out and creating more havoc or mayhem of sorts. We're not telling the villagers what's going on. We don't want to create any kind of scene, so to speak. So
no, I understand.
What I recommend is, first of all, your lady friend came. Yep, she took your father, taking care of him just fine. They went over to the palace and got a nice spot over there. So I recommend maybe you go report back to the Queen and our general, and we'll kind of go from there and see what we can do here. Maybe you and your group here will be dispatched on a special mission, seeing as that you've been on the road for so long. Looks like you got some fancy new equipment.
Yeah, Jonathan, can you leave the guards that if they spot Alora's father, to bring him to us if he makes it to the city?
Yeah, he was already here last night.
He made it last night?
He was here with Alora. Yeah, I thought you knew that.
So wait. Alora's father is already here.
Yeah, Alora's father's been here. He's the one that sent her out to get your father from Marcember.
How long has he been here?
About a week or so, I think, because she came back a little over a week ago. She brought her father in, and then he told her to go get your father. Oh boy.
Okay. Have the demons that we
Why do you
up north?
look so flustered right now, Crimson? You kind of
Don't-
scaring me a little bit.
Yeah. I've got some information. I got it, Jonathan. But
Why don't you tell
the-
your direct report what's going on, Crimson?
I don't know who to trust. Basically, I talked to Alora's father last night.
Oh, well, that's just impossible. I assure you.
Exactly.
I write on a piece of paper, I'm headed to the palace. I'll circle back on a piece of paper. I crumple it up, put it in, and as I kind of you see a commoner just kind of hits Vin and chucks the piece of paper into his hand as he hits him. It was, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And just kind of walk. Tony, he can do that accent. Are you kidding me? Imhotep can't do no cowboy accent. He can barely speak English to begin with.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Do I notice that? And obviously I noticed the accent. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, first of all, you see the accent, you look at the note, and like...
I literally put it in your hand as I and you hear the accent. I don't know how you would, and then I just kind of disappear as a commoner into the city, going head toward the past, like I said.
Crimson, I think it's best if we go and speak with Alora.
Yeah, she's up in the palace. You can find her up there within the palace walls, and just outside the palace proper. However, she's got a quarters there. Oh, now I really do think you should go speak to the general forthwith. That way we can understand the situation that you've been reluctant to divulge to myself.
No, I'm not reluctant to divulge to you. I just need to know, are there any symbols or banners that anybody has seen with disturbance up north with these demons and fiends?
Oh, not that we know of. And honestly, we don't know for certain what it is. We just assume the worst because we'd like to, assume that it's some kind of creature of the infernal abyss, and then find ourselves with a, werewolf or something. That's what we'd like. But alas, it's kind of where we're at right now.
I pull Crimson.
Right?
I pull Crimson to the side, away from the ears of the guard, Jonathan, and basically say
I see you pulling on the side. You know want me to hear? I can go up. You guys know where you're going. I'll separate myself if you like.
We got this. We're gonna head to the palace, Jonathan. We got this.
We gotta go, Jonathan.
No worries. Hey, welcome back to Cormier. Welcome back to Suzelle. Sorry about the circumstances. And your father-in-law's here, brother. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think we can trust anybody.
Jonathan knows what he means when he says good luck.
I'm gonna pull Crimson to the side, and I'm basically gonna be like, I have a bad feeling about everything here, and I don't know if we can trust
is perfect
anybody.
for this weird situation.
Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh.
So as we're walking, I'm like, then was that Alora's father we saw last night, or is he an imposter there or here? Like,
I mean, I don't know what Alora's father looks like to begin with, so all I'm trusting.
That was him. That's what he looked like.
Well, and the question becomes, I told you guys that I tried to track him out of the house. And I told you guys I couldn't. So there's a level of, do you trust my ability to track somebody?
Absolutely.
And the fact is we know who Laura's dad is. As far as we know, last time Crimson and I talked to him, he wasn't no sorcerer. And somebody that could cast spells to hide himself like this. And while he may be able to hide his tracks well, the question is, do you trust Imhotep to be able to track even him and pick up a scent at some point? And I didn't.
And I don't know if that was Alora's father. I feel like that could have been a trap set for us.
Wait, hold up.
And they know that we're coming.
He touched one of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, if he marked me. I'm gonna start checking my body. Looking for
no,
marks.
I mean just in the sense of, my initial thought was maybe some kind of illusion, but then I remember he touched one of you.
So he wasn't well, but he could have been disguised. Like we disguise ourselves. I mean, the touch would still feel normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what would he get out of it? Like, why would anybody be disguised as Laura's father, then warn us, unless they want us? But they want us to come here.
I hate that I'm trying to be the spy ahead of you guys right now because I have so many thoughts and I can't share them.
And unless they're saying Alora's here and it's a trap. We have to assume everything's a trap.
That's what
everything's a trap.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't know if Alora's here.
Warfare.
What I'm saying is I don't think that Alora's here.
Dennis,
I don't think that he's actually
I am moving quickly to the palace, and I know what Alora looks like. I've been to Suzal, so my ability to get there and find my way around is pretty high. I'm not just some I've been here before. It's been a while, but I've been here before.
Yeah,
I know what she
looks like. Entrance to the palace proper, though.
Probably not. No, but I know how to get to the palace, and once there, I know what Alora looks like.
I want to, when we get close to the palace,
and if I need to, I can step into the shadows of somewhere and turn invisible, and I can fly. So I can get myself into the palace, as long as there's no ways of detecting me.
Even if it is
I can at least be undetected.
Even if it looks like her, it's probably not.
When you get to the palace, you see that there are war wizards and purple knights of higher rank that are outside the actual palace proper, because they don't want just random villagers and people who go somewhere for safety.
Sanctuary?
Refugees.
Refugees.
But does it seem like the palace proper is being locked down, or just that they're limiting access?
Oh, limited access, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to use another round at Ether Walk and walk through the palace wall to get on the other side.
Okay.
Away from them.
So now you're in the palace courtyard?
Yeah.
Just a question. How tall are the outer walls?
Fairly tall. They've been built up to kind of be able to fight against lesser giants and dragons, so 50 or so feet minimum.
And can I'm sorry, I'm trying to move fast, but I think Imhotep would do this on his way. I'm gonna slowly, as I move, I've disguised my skin so I'm not black. I'm white. But the clothes I'm wearing are the commoner clothes, right? I'm going to maintain the skin color, but as I'm walking through, I'm going to disguise myself with new clothes to not look like a commoner, but look like a step above commoner, like a merchant or something. So that way I don't look like a commoner in rags. I look like a merchant level person. So that because I'm headed to a palace, and I want to not stand out in raggy clothes like a commoner, but instead be blended in that I'm a merchant. I'm a level of an aristocrat in the palace.
Okay.
Right. And then I'm just gonna start walking around the courtyard of the palace and see if I can't find Alora before entering the palace.
I talked to Crimson kind of to the side again where nobody can hear and say, we never checked Alora's house. This could be a full-on trap. Something's going on. What should we just go? Should we just move forward? What do
I
you
don't
feel?
want to go. I won't. Okay, so there would be. I would know the palace fairly well as a purple dragon. I want to not take the main routes. I want to take like side doors, places I would know would be guarded but less guarded, or the places like not heavily traveled. Go through the barracks kind of
you
thing.
probably know from like your time sneaking around with Laura, because when you've gone to the palace, it's been under specific direction and in a group with your patrols, with your jurisdiction, not kind of just like casually. You've never been in that rank to casually move throughout the palace. But you do know some of the side passages in the outer palace walls and kind of in the kitchen areas and the storage rooms and stuff. So you could probably find your way. You do know those doors are usually locked.
So when we get to the doors, I'm just like, big fear. Rip it off its hinges.
Okay.
So as I'm
opening it.
As
Well,
this
check
happening,
it,
Dennis,
check it.
just I don't know if I would roll a perception check. As I'm walking around the courtyard, I'm looking for people that look like me, as in like people who aren't supposed to be there, but they're pretending like they are there. And I rolled a perception check of 26 to do this.
Okay. From what you can tell, people that are out in the courtyard are sitting in benches, just like talking, looking over like papers. Some people are showing like different items and things. Like, it doesn't look like trade or any commerce is going on, but more of like a we're here trapped, let's kind of hanging out. Doesn't seem like anyone's really too concerned from what you can tell. They probably feel mostly safe. You also see patrolling fairly often either a wizard with a knight or it's some kind of pair of a higher rank patrols, as this is kind of their thing.
Yeah.
Does the door open if I just try to open it, or is it locked?
It jiggles. It's locked a little bit.
Are the hinges on my side or no hinges visible?
It would open inwards, so forward.
Okay, so no hinges. Okay. You sure?
Well, unless somebody's got a better idea, I don't know how to get through these doors. I gotta get through. Oh,
You rip
wait.
the doorknob off?
Can I? Would it be locked? Can I? Is there any way I can see?
Well, Jonathan told you to go talk to the queen, so you probably could get through if you wanted to, but by all means, if you want to go through a locked door and create a scene,
I'm gonna knock.
definitely do that.
I'm just gonna knock real quick.
Okay. You hear the doorknob kind of jiggle on the other side, and then we hear it stop. And then you hear, who's there?
My name is Crimson with the Purple Dragons. I'm trying to get up to see the Queen. We just came to this door. We're trying to get our way in.
If I heard, if I had a silver piece for every time I heard something like that, I'd be rich and I wouldn't work here. Okay, so
Well, how about a gold piece?
Well, a gold piece. I do not gold, but right now, I'm not allowed to let people in.
What? We're already summoned.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I assist with the persuasion.
I mean,
Persuasion.
You're supposed to
Persuasion. I mean, I'm not lying. My persuasion is great, so hopefully. That's a 30.
Well,
Holy shit!
How many gold do you say? How many gold? How many of you are there?
Well, I can do 1 gold per person, which is what there's 5 of us. 5, 6.
Yeah.
6 gold.
I'm not there.
He's not there. 5.
Yeah, so
Just
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5. There's still 6 of us.
5 gold. 50 would get my father into town.
There's 5. That's 5.
There's only 5.
There's only 5. You're counting
Big
John.
Fear,
John's not with
Crimson,
you.
Ragnar, Carrie, Vin.
Oh, yeah, 5. Sorry.
50 get my father in. I need some extra coin. I could let you in.
50.
I've got.
All right.
I've got.
Open the door, and you'll have.
In my hand.
All right, so you see the kind of door crack open and a hand pop out. Gold first.
I grab his hand real quick.
He's not getting out of that. Oh my! You got strong hands.
I just push the door open.
You see like this.
You don't even want to
person
try
with,
to
like,
grapple check
an
this.
apron and like there's like carrots in his hand. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to stop you by all means. You're a lot larger than I am. Please don't hurt me.
I'll pull out the 50, and then I'm gonna say 10 extra. You never saw us.
My dad's been outside for weeks waiting to get in here. Okay, you have no idea how much this means to me.
Kinda
Give
like
him 60
bend
gold.
down near
60
him.
gold.
Now, Dennis.
Oh, Father Peppercorn, you're gonna get in finally.
Yes, do it. Yes, peppercorn. Yes, peppercorn. Peppercorn.
Hey, could I have ordered up carrots?
Yeah, compliments of Peppercorn. Peppercorn
Thanks.
Farms. We just don't have a lot of money. Thank you so much. No, Tamora
Bless your heart.
Tamora's bless y'all. Okay, Tamora's bless y'all.
No, it's Ragnar the Great.
I don't know who
No.
that is or what that stands
That's
for.
that's who helped you today.
You help.
Ragnar,
You help me grow
No, no.
carrots.
Come on, let's
Go.
go.
Carrots.
Preach the movie.
Closes the door and locks the door again. Never
Tell
saw
Peppercorn
you. Never saw you.
that red blue is in.
This money
Okay,
came
let's
from
go.
Ragnar the Great.
That
That's
name
you
doesn't
didn't
really
see
work
us.
too well. If you want to be rare, I think Scarlet's a great name for you.
Ragnar, stop. We gotta go.
Oh, sorry.
Like fun, like
Oh,
okay.
Dennis.
Anyways, Imhotep, you don't see Elora wandering around the courtyard.
All right. The next time the palace door opens, I just kind of follow in with whoever is going in and just act like I own the place.
Yeah.
Act like I don't own the place, but act like I belong there.
You see well-armed knights at the front of the proper entrance into the palace.
Well, I want to watch and make sure that people who enter aren't doing something special to get in, and if they're not, then I just will follow behind somebody.
From the time that you've been there, you haven't seen anybody go into the palace. You've seen them go into some of the out. So there's an outer wall and then there's an inner palace. The outer wall, there's certain habitations and places where people are, or there's kitchens and different rooms. People are going
okay,
throughout
so
those areas, but the
palace isn't
proper
attached
in
to the.
center. Correct. There
Okay,
might
so
be-
the palace is attached. Okay.
There are walls, but they're passage walls you can go through. They don't connect to get inner entrance.
Okay.
So it's
Well, in that case, then I will stay in the courtyard until I see my friends,
think
and
of,
then I'll
think of
slick in with them.
Isengard, kind of
Yeah,
central
I see what you're doing.
tower being the palace.
So it's a proper keep, is what it is.
Keep inside of a castle,
Inside a wall.
Okay.
So in which case, I'll stay around the courtyard until I see these guys come in. And once I see these guys come in, I cannot miss them.
So you guys, Crimson, you guys
I
make
will.
entrance to the outer wall of the castle, the keep, and there are there are certain rooms and stuff, and inside there you can make your way to certain rooms. There's the courtyard on the inside as you continue through, and then the palace proper, where there's kind of a lazy river and gazebos and stuff, where they kind of have more of a special area just for the palace.
Okay. So as we make our way, I want to make sure I'm looking for guards, see what the number of guards patrolling the area is, make sure there's no as soon as I see Elora, making sure there's not some sort of, as I step out, there's a trap waiting for me to step out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell Vin, if we find her, I will go, you guys stay hidden.
Okay. Are you asking around at all for her?
No, I mean, I know my way around, so I'm just walking.
Okay,
we
where,
own the place.
where the quarters are generally. You yourself have done a couple of transfers where you've come in and done rotations as a knight, and you've had a wizard companion, so you kind of know some of the outer kind of courtyard rotations. You've never been in the palace proper itself. So if you were to look outside, you kind of know more or less what's going on out there, but you know where the habitations are, and you kind of make your way that direction.
To find Elora, I want to cast Locate Object. I want to locate the ring I gave her.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice use of that spell.
Get a nice little ping kind of up the hall a little ways.
Okay, and I'm gonna start. Okay, she's this way. Go.
Okay.
And that should last 10 minutes.
Okay. You guys are able to come to a hallway with a door, and it's the door goes towards the courtyard, so she probably have a window out looking at the courtyard with like a nice little veranda or something that goes outside.
Is the window open?
You guys don't know, you're not on the outside to see through the window.
We're gonna open the door. Okay, test the doorknob. Is it locked?
No.
No. Open the door. Like, wait 1 second, or give me 1 minute, and then come in. I'm gonna walk in.
Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2.
Who's Mississippi?
I don't know. I heard it somewhere.
Okay, as you enter, you don't see anybody inside.
I'm using my spell to find the ring if it's not on her.
You see it sitting over on the table next to a note.
Okay, I'm gonna go read the note.
They've been tracking me with this. I had to leave it here. I hope you find it. Come to me in the palace proper.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like Cormier anymore. Let's go away. Can we leave?
No, this is fun. This is great.
Hey, let's go find a devil.
Okay.
I say we bring the trap already.
Is there a balcony that I can see the palace proper?
Yeah, like if you're opening that door leads out, it's right into the courtyard, and you could go out there and mingle.
So it's not a balcony; it just leads out into the palace proper.
It's level, yeah. It's level ground. It's not
Okay.
a terrace or anything, and you'd be inside the courtyard, and then the palace proper would be in the middle of it, and from there are different like terraces and balconies and stuff, and there's like ones behind it.
Do I see her from the window?
I now see Crimson, so I start making my direction towards them. And I've written while I was sitting there, I wrote another letter, and I say she hasn't come into the courtyard. Haven't seen her yet. And I grab the piece of paper, and I just walk up. I walk up to them, and I just as I walk by, I kind of drop it at his feet and just keep on walking.
Pick it up. Kind of like stealthily, like I'm readjusting my sword, and then walk back. And did you walk into the room and do it? Because I haven't left.
No, but you said you opened the veranda, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking through it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, it's up to you, Dennis. I rolled 26 perception while I'm in here in the courtyard. Do I see? My friends, or if not, I'm sorry.
Around looking through windows and stuff, but I think that you're kind of both in the same time frame still of going through, so probably haven't quite seen them yet.
Okay.
If he hasn't come out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get the rest of the group. Big Fear, everybody, come in. Then Ragnar.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is she?
She's not here. I think she's out in the palace proper. I've got to find her. We need. I don't want all of us to go out. And I'll show Ben the note.
Oh, I haven't dropped the note. I haven't dropped the note yet. It doesn't sound like
not
you
that
left
note.
it.
Alora's note.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If this is a trap, I don't want all of us to walk into it.
I'll wait right here. You just give me the word, I'll jump in.
Okay.
I mean, who would know who else would know that this ring is special to her? From you.
It was secret. It was. Nobody. She had it. It was a ring I gave her. But
who else would know to write a note to you about this specifically?
Her father. We kept our relationship pretty. Her father knew. Jonathan knew. A couple other people close to us, but no one really knew. It was, as far as I know, no one knew.
I mean, I think we just have to go with what we have.
So if I'm gonna go. I don't know, because I can blend in because I'm a purple dragon. I wouldn't be out of place here. If you
How far
guys
away is the palace from where we are?
It's, 30, 40 yards from where you are through the courtyard to the palace proper, which sits back kind of against the back wall of this kind of keep area.
But there's another door we'd have to go through to get to it.
You have to go in through the main keep,
into the gate,
the main castle. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we stay here and you go ahead? We wait for a sign from you.
Because the next door is guarded as well.
Yes.
So.
Do we Ragnarok it?
Or do you take us with you, as if we are just going with the orders from Jonathan? The Queen wants to see us.
I have to walk. Whether it is a trap, I have to go. You don't.
Well, we're not going to leave you. Ragnar, big fear. Gary, what do you think?
I say we run it.
I have to reiterate, I just don't know what we have to fear here. But I will say I defer to Crimson. This is his home turf, so to speak.
My fear is that we don't know. Each foe we fought in the past, I mean, it was a fight. There could be something, if we're walking into a trap, we don't know what magic will do. I mean, this Coromir, we have war wizards, high-level wizards. And it's not one person. It's not, a small ragtag of 4 or 5. I mean, there are hundreds of us here.
Well, whatever you think is best, that's the plan we go with.
I mean, if things go, I have an escape plan. I don't know about the rest of you. I can get myself in.
I've got.
I can. I got. Okay, Ragnar has wings. You got wings. I mean, Bo, you're pretty fast.
I can literally be any animal that I want.
So if it goes sideways, my goal is basically grab Alora and teleport out, dimension door out.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But I don't want to leave you guys. Okay.
If it goes south, I want to be as high up as possible. So I'm gonna go with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the balcony doors, and I guess that would be about the time.
A veranda, but that's all right.
Okay. And we're gonna start walking.
If the whole group is gonna start walking, I'm not gonna drop a note. What I'm gonna do is an aristocrat approaches you guys, and I kind of join next to you. Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Man, that guy sounds just like Evil Dead.
Excuse me, sir. I have a proposition for you. Can you pause for a minute?
I hand him a pamphlet.
Oh, interesting. A very terrible deity.
Oh, the blasphemy.
I've already joined the Purple Knights, Purple Dragons. What do you want? What do you want?
I have walked many all around here, and she is not in the courtyard.
She's not in the keep, in the courtyard.
In the courtyard, and I have been here much for several more minutes than it would seem that you have been here, and I have not seen her yet. So she must be inside the palace.
The note says she was in the palace or in the court.
Palace.
And palace. I'm just letting you know that Emotip can confirm that she is not. She's definitely in the palace. She's not out here.
Okay.
And then what's the plan? As I'm walking in tandem with you, as you guys are going up there, and just trying to act casual about it.
Well, she left a ring with a note telling us that they were tracking her with the ring. You don't still have the ring, do you, Crimson?
No, I left it. I would have left it. No, I'm going to take it. Take the note and the ring.
I like that idea personally.
Badass.
I'm taking
it. You're tracking her with that.
We'll do what we did when we hunt the group. I'm the bait. I'll spring the trap, and when you come, and unload on them.
Oh, it's just
I
like you
need-
two working back in your days.
When we went into that goblin, I go in, I spring the trap. They come for me. You get advantage. Get up high, and just take them out, and I'll take the punishment.
Cool. I'll steady in this form, and I'll come in as one of your entourage. And when we get inside, I'll break away from you in there and continue to do what I've been doing and trying to be ahead of you guys and get information that apart from what you get. I have the ability to change my shape 2 more times if I need.
I mean, no offense, Crimson, but I'm staying right with you.
Hey, Crimson, let's go.
Do you want to take Carrie with you? Keep him out of sight so he's not in the middle of it?
Eddie, do you want to join me as maybe my cat?
I can do that. I'll go with you. I'll be your bird. I like having wings.
Ah, yes. A bird. I think a bird fits the
Freeze is a
aristocracy
hummingbird.
here better.
He
An
can also
eagle.
bring his. He can
I'll
also
literally
bring
be
his
your
dragon.
eagle.
Like a falcon, like like I'm a
Yeah,
falconer.
ex-
That's
exactly.
dope. Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Say Mike.
He can also bring his dragon.
It's true.
Okay.
Okay.
So
you guys
Vin,
first-
Ragnar, Big Fear, and I go towards the. I
And
guess
I'm
we're heading
joining
to the
you
palace.
as part of your
Yeah.
entourage. But once we get inside, I'm going to split off from you with Carrie.
Okay, you see the pikes kind of cross, and then a wizard in the middle, kind of with arms crossed, says, "You have permission to enter here." They're all
Jonathan of the Purple Dragons has told me that Crimson, road captain, was summoned to see the Queen.
You're supposed to report to Portal 1, where you'll be sent over to the Queen's quarters. You've never been in the palace, you have no idea what he's saying. And he kind of ushers over to the knights. They pull their pikes back and they open the doors. He, come follow me, kind of leads you in. And you see different passageways off to every room, and you see wizards standing in those different rooms, and you see sigils in the ground. Portal 1's right over there. Let him in. Send him to the Queen's quarters. And so you see a big sigil on the floor and a couple wizards standing around, basically ready to teleport you.
I want to do an insight check on the wizard.
Okay.
Is he actually sending us to the Queen?
You gonna roll for it?
17.
Nice.
He is sending you to the Queen. Sending
I don't
Portal
know.
1, which sends you to the Queen.
I am so sorry. I'm like speaking like a robot. I'm trying to change my accent. I am not with him. I am trying
Then
to
you gotta
speak
go
to
out.
Elora. No, but I'm trying to speak to Elora. I am one of her friends. She's requested me.
How did you get in here?
Jonathan.
But you're not with them.
Yes, he is.
You just said you're not with them. You're here to see Elora.
Yeah, but I'm not with them. But I know Jonathan.
He's not with us to see the Queen. He's with us to go see Elora. He's sent on a different task to go check on Elora.
Okay.
Sorry,
well,
my accent in your land is not familiar.
Well, you can go with these travelers. They're in the same place, I suppose.
Elora's with the
Is
Queen.
Elora with the Queen?
From my understanding.
Oh well, thank you, sir.
Okay, so as we walk, there's a guard showing us the way, or is he showing us where the sigil?
Yep.
We're going to a portal.
Okay, so I mean our group is pretty big. I'm gonna kind of fall back with Emotab, and just be like, just whisper in his ear, when we teleport, go invisible.
Understood. And I obviously Carrie hears me that happen too. So I go, something a little smaller than like a falcon. You can fit in my pocket or something.
Yeah, something smaller.
Okay, you guys get into the portal. They close the door, and one of the wizards puts his hand on this metal plate. The sigils below you start to glow, and your body starts to like the familiar kind of feeling when you guys have teleported in the past.
Scotty?
Shoddy.
The minute I am able to, I turn invisible with Carrie as a, I don't know, whatever you are, in my pocket. And I am now invisible with Carrie invisible with me.
Okay. As you guys appear on the other side of the portal, you see before you
Knew it.
the terrace of the Queen's Quarters overlooking the river, kind of like the bay that kind of runs up to the river where a lot of transport happens. And you see back here familiar form, Prokilia, that drow woman that you guys have fought on several occasions.
I wasn't with you to say, but I was going to guess that the person who knows about the ring is the drow. But I wasn't with you, so I couldn't say it.
Where is it at?
Yep.
You see standing behind her, Alora.
Again.
How many times do we have
Trapped
to rescue
again.
this lady?
How many times do you have to rescue Laura?
It's Daphne.
And I'll just use this one. And not only that, but you see familiar creatures. You see the Aaron Yes, the Narazgoon, and the Orthon that you have faced before. And
easy.
and three horned devils. And John, I'll let you kind of take over there.
1 second.
You know, it's been evil this whole time.
Do you have a female voice changer? That'd be so sick.
I do not, unfortunately.
Q. Vin. Oh, you don't have it on yet.
I don't have it.
So, do I see them appear?
Oh yeah, you're obviously expecting. You know where the ring is going.
Okay, perfect.
Wait.
Wait, what?
He knows where the ring's going.
Let it play out.
Yeah.
Play it,
I
play it.
want to. I'm gonna let it play out here for a second, unless John tells me that he can see me, like as I try to walk away. But otherwise, Imhotep with Carrie is gonna try to flank around. I'm invisible right now. I don't know if they can see me or not, but he's gonna try to flank regardless. And
Crimson,
unless
you're
like
not
John's
on your
character,
in the middle of the city, bro.
unless John's character speaks up and says like stop moving to me, in which case I'll go back to the group. But if that never happens, then I'm gonna do a flanking maneuver with Carrie, and we're gonna get in position for the sneak attack.
Okay, very good at that. And I'm guessing Carrie's in your pocket, so he's probably invisible with you.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And John, I don't know. You can go ahead and control if you have True Sight or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't
So
have
as far as you can tell, he's not saying anything. So go ahead, Mr. John.
Okay, I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna move to where I want to be, and it'll happen eventually.
But the first
Which
thing I
one
do is
speaking is John?
Cast. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing I do as soon as they appear is cast Wall of Fire and surround them with a Wall of Fire.
When that happens, I just go up and over and down it because I can fly.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm invisible, so there's like she doesn't know that I got
let's
out.
Pause your flanking. This is the
Yeah,
front,
yeah.
Front door
Yep.
here, closed walls on the side. So just FYI.
Okay.
Doors right here.
Oops. So doors in the front right here. And
you see
right here?
the Orthon sees you coming, and he says, "You better get back."
Ah.
But he says that to me at this point right here.
About 30 feet out.
Okay. So in which case, I back up and go up in the air, and I'm trying to get as trying to escape everything I can.
The Aaron Yes is watching the whole time.
Oh, okay. In which case, then I just get out of the fire. Then we don't do this.
You see her watching the entire time as you're trying to escape.
Okay.
Sorry.
I thought there was one of these. I couldn't remember if one of these devils. I remember one of these devils Imhotep being invisible, and somebody saw him before.
The Pit Fiend, I think, is what it was. But these ones
also
have some abilities.
I thought the Aaroness, because you fought an Aaroness before,
Yep,
and I remember somebody seeing, that somebody could see me, so I will not move, because and the minute I would fly up, she'd be like looking at me in the eye and kind of shaking her head, like I can see you, and in which case I'll stop, because I don't need to put a target on our group.
How big is the ring of fire that you can make, John?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Tall.
20 feet tall.
Damn.
And flames obviously pointing inside, right?
Correct.
Okay.
How close do we have to be to the flames when it hurts us?
I think it's next to it.
I think it's 10 foot. Read the spell. You don't have. It's not right next to it. There's a pretty decent range of that fire around it.
All right. So first thing happens, you guys appear, ring of fire.
I'm a little bit rusty with D&D Beyond, so give me a second.
You're good.
Okay, so 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. Each creature within its area must make when the wall appears, each creature. So if you were in the wall when I made it appear, which I didn't do that. $5d8 damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that
That's
side.
what I thought.
Okay. And do you want to make it 60 feet, or do you want to enclose it?
I just want to enclose it. I want them to be surrounded by fire.
So they would be affected any inside of it?
Yep.
Okay. So instantly you guys appear, and this wall of fire goes up around you. You see Perkele for a split second before the fire kind of goes up, and instantly just hot. And I mean, at that point, we kind of have to go right into an initiative round, because you're going to start taking damage, essentially, right? Unless we have any quick quips or words like...
Don't just bitch.
Something clever.
Let's go.
Or water. Put it on the fire.
It's magical.
You got to
water.
spell magic.
You got magic water?
I pee on it.
Nice. Okay, so everyone can roll for initiative, and we'll stop after they roll for initiative to kind of get our initiative order. I have.
Do you have initiative tracker up? Do you got mine yet? Right now?
Got it all up. 16 for you.
Okay.
16 for Big Fear. 3 for Crimson.
I trade my initiative with Carrie. So Carrie, you're moving to 16.
Okay.
9.
13.
And just
21.
FYI for Perkele, all of your rolls will be tracked, and everyone can see them for visibility. So it makes it kind of fun, so that they can see when you crit and stuff. Vin, can you roll?
I did.
I don't see your initiative roll. Let's see.
Yeah, he's got 9.
Why did it pop up? That's weird. I'll put it in. Got it.
Did you get everybody's?
Serious.
What is Perkele's and dexterity modifier?
What is what?
Her modifier.
What's your dexterity modifier? You matched.
It'll auto sort.
Oh, it does. And it knows the auto sort. Okay.
It'll auto sort. Yeah. So you're moving your dexterity to a 3, and Carrie's to a 16. Chris?
Yes. Yep.
John's playing Perkele.
Dennis, can you walk me through this situation? Are they inside here, or are they like on this
Yeah.
roof?
So what? No. So it is inside. So what you see is a doorway here, and then walls that go around basically this entire like hexagon or whatever this is, octagon. So there's a doorway here, and this is inside. So they are inside with no access from above.
Okay. Got it.
And then yeah, obviously everything else you see. So there's a bit of an overhang on this outside part, but.
You fooled me before.
but never again. And you notice this time, she's not just a drow anymore. Her skin is a purplish red color, and she has horns coming out of her head. She's definitely the same person you've fought before. But some kind of change has overcome her. And I don't really want to overcome that, so we're going to go ahead and stop right there. Appreciate John for jumping in, even though it was just for a little bit of cryptic communication and then casting
a lot of
fire.
A lot of us just being paranoid and it ending up at this, like, all of our paranoia didn't save us anyways.
It's like you guys were trapped if you do, trapped if you don't. I guess you could have flown up to the palace and figured out where they're at.
I